All right, what's up, and welcome to From Genesis to Revelation. This is going to be a discussion on the Great Glacier / Gaea's Cliff. I believe, if I might be mistaken on this one, but I have my two homies here to help me out. Is this probably the most divisive segment of the OG? Is this kind of universally not beloved? We got Dragoon King. Off camera. There it is. There's the spear. Dragoon King, you're back. Thank you so much for serving your time, rightfully, for all of your crazy, opinions.
This is slander.
Your bad takes.
They're not even opinions, dog. This is a slander campaign. Well, no, the Aaron thing's kind of an opinion, but the anyway, Wiley, say hello. Damn it! Introduce that guy. Damn it,
Excalibro.
What's up, chat?
Are you drinking some Icicle or clear Icicle or?
Yeah, it's I put it in a different bottle, but yeah that's what it is.
We couldn't get it. They wouldn't sponsor us, so.
It's true.
Here we go. Graph's YouTube, Glaciers aside, that retro channel hat is pretty chill. Yes. Graph's Tube, I almost want to make you a just you you're gonna get a special link that you can buy a Final Fan TV hat, but I also got to have like Warriors of Hype somewhere on it. But it's just, retro for you, bro. Retro for you. Thank you for your super chat and always supporting. This is going to be a sort of chill stream. All right. Good. Look at this. We have Stoles, Alex Choice, and Subtext in our party tonight. There they are.
Oh, yeah.
Very good.
Very good. Very good. And yeah, we're going to be taking a look at the Great Glacier and Gaea's Cliff. Starting with Great Glacier, I have some things to say about this one. First of all, we're right here at the Ice Gate. Now, to get to the Ice Gate or wherever you land is the route that you take while snowboarding. So if you take different routes, you could end up in the middle of the map. And I believe I just press X. There it is.
So what route did you take?
The one that hit the most snowmen.
Set the cannon route.
Yeah. I thought that was the goal. I thought I got more points for hitting the snowman. Yes.
That maneuver where you hit the ramp and then didn't go up it though.
Dude,
that really...
I went back and watched the tape. I don't think in my entire 30-year career of playing Final Fantasy VII that I ever...
Career.
Yeah, a career, bro. I don't think I ever did a full 360 spin on the ground, dude. Like when I hit that wall and like Cloud went, I think it might have been a 720. It might have been a 720. And then it readjusts and goes back up. But like, never seen that before.
I think that's one of my favorite moments on the show. If I'm being honest, I really enjoyed that entire spectacle.
So Great Glacier doesn't have much story elements going on here. Of course, when you get up, they just go, "You okay? Course," and that's it. Of course, let's go. There's not much. I think Cloud does say, "I guess we didn't go very far," or he says, "We must have jumped pretty far," like depending on where you land on the map.
Depending on the amount of snowmen you hit.
And depending on the snowman you hit. So let's see. This has also got the thing where you can collapse from hypothermia. So I wanted to start this thing off right away with like, hey, do you think that's going to remain in Revelation? Do you think you will be able to collapse from hypothermia?
All right, I feel like they're gonna do some sort of mini game. Like there's got to be some a huddle mechanic. Everyone's got to huddle up to stay warm, but you can't travel when you're huddling. I don't know. I can see them doing something to tack onto this. If we got a mini game for attempting to assassinate Rufus, a one-time use mini game with the shuriken, I can guarantee that there's gonna be some sort of mini game type element here. I don't know how fleshed out it'll be, like if it'll be the huddle mechanic, but I have a feeling that it's gonna be present in some shape or form.
You know what? I think it might be kind of good to start off with. I wrote down my the themes of this segment in the OG, and
Okay.
I think it might actually be good to talk about that for a second. So I thought it was very interesting in the OG, and this is obviously we're just taken from the OG, where this is nothing new in Revelation, but I do think that it will translate well into Revelation. When you think about Rebirth, you beat the game, or you beat Rebirth, and you're left with a lot of questions. Cloud his mental state is doing his thing, like he's not in the best mental state. No, neither is the rest of the party. It kind of reminds me a little bit of, I can't say that because you haven't played Final Fantasy 15, but there's a moment where it's quiet. It's just quiet. There goes the Dragoon King.
Oh,
He must.
No. That was a joke. I was going to say you can say it now. I'm gone.
I was like, he must have had feelings about Aerith again. He's like, all right,
I went to go play Final Fantasy 15. Actually,
I
was gonna finish.
I thought you were talking when we were talking about Aerith dying. I thought you were like, no, I went to the Gold Saucer, dude. I didn't feel any kind of grief at all.
Brother. I mean, you know what I love about the internet? That everybody understands a joke and that no one will ever take this out of context and no one's ever going to misunderstand what I meant when I said, no one's ever going to understand that, maybe I just don't like playing as her, but I still love her character.
Everybody here has to have watched like the entire saga of Warriors of Pipe to understand some of these jokes.
Right, yeah. Like, to new viewers, they're going to be like, man, screw that guy. He hates it. But like 4 episodes ago, I said, yeah, I just don't like playing as her that much. But, I really love her character. And that's all it took.
Everybody knows the truth.
Like Aerith.
Everybody knows the truth. So I want to talk about the themes. Like what being in a snowy, cold, isolated area, how that represents that feeling of grief. Right? Am I on the right track when I say, what do you think, Excalibur?
Yeah, man, I think so. I think this area is just by its nature, it's sort of lonely, right? And what's interesting is I think there's a lot that they can do with this, especially since, I'm guessing it's going to be at the beginning of the game, but in Rebirth, if you think about all the different zones, right? Like the different zones were just full of life, NPCs, side quests. They're really colorful, right? Like you couldn't run 30 feet without running into Chadley. I felt like there was just stuff to do everywhere. And I feel like this particular region should deliberately strip all of that away, right? Like very few people, very little music, even like you were talking about. Like there can be moments where you're just sort of left with the atmosphere and you're sort of soaking it in that way, just snow and silence in the party, right? So I think that kind of contrast will actually make this area really memorable because we haven't really seen anything like that. And it's a really good opportunity, like you said, to let the grief of what happened with Aerith breathe a little bit. Now, that statement is in direct contradiction to what we see of Cloud's experience. So it's going to be interesting, like how do they handle the party versus Cloud's experience, and how does that dichotomy come across, right? So I don't know, it'll be interesting, but I definitely think this area, if any area, is set up very well to handle grief just in terms of the setting itself.
Yeah, and I wanted to turn on the music to like allow that that point that you were making. I don't know if you guys can hear it. It's really quiet. There, maybe I'll turn it up on that. There we go. What do you guys? Can you guys hear that a little bit? Okay, so this is buried in the snow and stuff. So it does bring in.
I can. Yep.
Okay, cool. Does give that feeling like you were talking about.
No, the song. Anyway,
so I don't know. Like on a personal note, something happened earlier this year. That was pretty like rough for me. And I remember when it happened, it was snowing. Like, it was a big snowstorm. And for the following couple days, there was snow all over and just isolated. You know, you couldn't go anywhere really. I remember the crunching of the snow, just like walking back to my place, just like quiet. You know what I mean? It was just quiet.
Mm-hmm.
You could just hear that crunching. And it was just like, there's something about snow that feels like grief or sadness to me. Now, I mean, it might be directly correlated with what happened, but I just remember it so vividly, that being something. So when we're going to start the game with this. Now, again, the question must be asked, who can rock a rhyme like this? I'm sorry, that's a different... bring it to you every time like this.
Freestyle?
Oh! Sorry, with the Linkin Park there for a second. And the question must be asked. No. I don't even know, that might be a deep cut. I think that's an unreleased B-side. Wait, it might have been released later on with like the 20th anniversary of Hybrid Theory. Anyways, the question is still remaining. Do we snowboard at the beginning of this game? Because everything I'm saying gets thrown out the window. If that's the case, and that's the reason I'm kind of making a case towards we're probably not going to snowboard. But then
I agree. I think it's less likely, right, that we snowboard at the beginning just based on the tonal stuff that they have to handle.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, dude, like, it really needs to hit. And I think for it to do that, you can't have something as whimsical as snowboarding setting this up. I mean, even if you change the tone of that and you turn it into combat or something more, you know, theatrical or heart pounding or whatever, I still don't think it fits, you know, as well as it would if maybe it came later. But I'll eat my words. I mean, I could be wrong. Like, I don't know what they have in store.
Snowboarding dog?
Tearful snowboarding dog?
Just when the wind's in my eyes, man. Just when...
man. Together. Well, it actually kind of was going along with what I was thinking. Whereas Cloud is in his own world, he's in his mental state, which, by the way, I say that quite a bit when I'm at work and like somebody's trying to get by or like whatever, and I don't notice them. I go, "Oh, sorry, I'm in my own little world." And then I was like, they're onto something. They're onto something here. I'm in my own world. What is that? It's a separate world. But Cloud's going to be in his own world. He is probably seeing Aerith or seeing Sephiroth guiding him, or he's going to feel the call, just like in Mount Corel, where he's being pulled towards that reunion. It's going to be stronger than ever before, being pulled towards the reunion. We're so close to it. So that's Cloud, but everybody else still grief-stricken, still like just kind of quiet and to themselves in their own thoughts. But the cold is going to bring them together. So it's kind of like this analogy of building off what I was saying, how snow, cold, isolation, grief, they all go hand in hand. But guess what Final Fantasy VII does? In those moments of grief and isolation and tragedy, you come together through the bonds. So if it is them huddling up together, or them like they have to come together freaking without a paddle style, and they all have to... You ever watch that movie? Without a paddle? They're like, bro,
it's been a long time.
Is that you produce more body heat if you're naked? This is more body heat when you're naked. But they have to come together. They have to get warm. So like
I can just
so
imagine
this grief is
dialogue.
actually forcing them together.
I can imagine there being some like interesting dialogue. Just every time you have to huddle, there's a little dialogue that occurs. It'd be like, like somber or gritty, like, talking about like how terrible the situation is. And then like maybe some levity or like light stuff. You got like Bear like, move your tail, Red. And it's just like the tail like squatting him on the leg or something because they all have to huddle up.
They have to huddle up by his tail. He's the source of fire.
No, so I think, yeah, somebody in chat, I think it was Anna, said something that I've been thinking and I've mentioned on the show before too with the Bronco.
Mhm.
I think that would be a cool start to the game because we've wondered about how the Glacier will fit, like how if it's at the start or towards the start, like how do we get in? And I've thought about the Bronco having to break down as well, and that might be why they get like down. It'd be really funny though if Rebirth ends with Sid fixing it up and then immediately it goes down again at the start of the next game. But no, like if they go down, I feel like that would just be like the cherry on top of the shittiest Sunday you could imagine. It's like your homie just died. Now you're like, you're stranded in the Glacier. And I wonder if parts of the Glacier and the inn might get swapped a bit. And that might help with the snowboarding. Because if chapter 1 is just the going through like parts of the Glacier to get to the inn, like if they recontextualize getting to the Glacier and we have to go up there, and that's where like it's super miserable. Everybody's huddling. We got to get to the inn. We start off maybe like some light combat, mostly just the characters reflecting on what just happened. It kind of sets the tone, puts everything in place for what's to come. And then we go to the end. Then I feel like the snowboarding wouldn't feel so out of place because at that point we just spent like, an hour or whatever being miserable, right?
Yeah.
Like
Okay,
we
yeah.
spent an hour getting there. And then that might be the icebreaker.
Icebreaker. Oh yeah.
That might be the icebreaker is, snowboarding is something to possibly just bring a bit more gravity and light to the situation. It might not be what they all were thinking they would do. But
and we
it's a
also
good way to kind of change the tone.
Yeah, and we talked about it last time, so I don't want to dwell on it too long, but we talked about it last week, or last time we did this with the Icicle Inn, we were talking about how they could break up that feeling of sadness and everybody's kind of quiet. Well, you can break that up with the calm style segment where like Shinra is here and you need to get out, like you got to get out, take a snowboard, get out of here. That keeps the plot moving forward rather than having to sit still and wallow in that sadness. But I just, it is that way, like where you could snowboard down the hill and because you're forced out, and then maybe even make that epic with like Shinra helicopters going down because they're heading towards the crater. You know what I mean? But yeah,
what I was just gonna say is I feel like if you space that out and you do still throw snowboarding in the middle, I feel like you could kind of just have that be this point of like, even that's not enough to fully pull the party out of the, it doesn't even have to be, how do I phrase this? It could be somebody's idea to do it because it might try and lighten the mood. And then the moment you end up back in the Glacier, you're back in the snow, you have to trek through. Like, I feel like what I'm trying to say is it shows that the party is at their worst point right now. Yeah. Everyone's lonely, everyone's miserable. And I don't know if they'll necessarily do snowboarding in the beginning, but I'm just happy to see the party be miserable. Take that out of context.
Just happy. Yeah, there you go. There, look at him. Look at him.
I got a thought that I can add to what Lee was saying. So one of the things that happens in the Great Glacier is that you can pass out, right? You have so many steps or whatever before you pass out, and then you wake up in Holzoff's cabin. And I feel like they could change how that works, right? Like you are exploring and there's a story beat or something that happens and you wake up somewhere else. So it could be very well that you end up at Icicle Inn after playing through part of the Glacier, right? And then you proceed from Icicle Inn to the other side of it. Because, I mean, in Revelation, we know it's not going to be broken up into pieces the same way that it is. It's not going to be a series of screens like we had in the OG. It's going to be a region. So there's a lot of ways that they can handle that region. And I think there could be a lot of merit to what Lee is saying, because it just gives them freedom with how they go about revisiting a lot of the stuff that we expect from the OG, right? Like, do I think there's going to be a mini game where people are are, you know, trying to raise their body heat and whatnot. Not necessarily, but I do think there's going to be a reference to it. Like, I don't think that just passes and we don't see some kind of reference to that. And the same thing with passing out from the cold. I think that's another strong candidate to get baked into the story somehow. And yeah, so another thing I want to comment on, because I keep seeing it on screen here. So when you're running around, there's like snow. There's like this snow kind of like drift that is over the top of everything. And I think it would be interesting. We already know that the cold is sort of a gameplay mechanic. It'd be cool if the weather was kind of a gameplay mechanic, right? So there's an opportunity for like blizzards and whiteouts and like wind and visibility and navigation becoming part of the gameplay instead of relying on an invisible number like the OG had. Like I was counting your steps or something like that, right? You had a certain number of steps before you passed out. So, I mean, that's one of the easiest ways to modernize this section without changing its spirit is literally, you know, like make the Great Glacier have that PS1 draw distance. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't see very far. Like add to the vibe by cutting that off. Like it'll make it makes it feel more lonely and more secluded. I mean, if anybody's played Silent Hill, you know that they use that fog effect to make you feel isolated and alone. And I feel like they could do that very heavily with the atmosphere here. So just looking at this, I got to comment on that real quick.
And I actually kind of want to comment on the snowblind aspect of it as well. So like when I was talking about the themes and everything, where basically cold and snow being grief, like a representation of that grief, and how it's going to help the rest of the party come together as they try to brave the cold, brave the grief, and they have to come together to do that, except Cloud. So, right, like, whereas Cloud is not feeling that grief. I love the idea of snowblind to where this is what Cloud sees. He can only see what's right in front of him right now, and that is the reunion. So for him, or that is Aerith, something. So Cloud, it can be even a little more. They could go as far as making it a little creepy if they wanted to, like where in the snowblind they could see like the shadowy Aerith walking. Like maybe just every now and then walk by, but that's it. Like you're just like, what the heck was that? And then you keep following it. You could do that, or it's just the idea that snowblind, meaning Cloud's mental state, can only see the objective in front of him. Is another thing there.
I like the idea of if using snow blindness. I want to see the party get separated a bit during it. Show like, because I feel like that'll really first of all, that's a good way to give more character to Sid and Vincent early if they want to let us see them a little early, which the game's gonna have to do some legwork there since most of their characterizations in this game. But beyond that, it would be a good way to really highlight that isolation amongst everybody, or at the very least let people be more vulnerable. Have characters that maybe don't interact as much be together and they kind of have to talk more, or the opposite end, have the people who are close really talk through what just happened. And if you have Cloud fully by himself, maybe that's when he's talking with Aerith or seeing Aerith or anything like you were just saying, Dan, with her through the snow like fog. Like that would be a good way to show that. I feel like with everything with the snow and the storms and like all the like needing to keep yourself warm, I feel like there's a lot that they could play into mechanically with trying to make everyone feel alone and isolated and just miserable. Like I feel like there's looking at even just you playing here, look how lonely that boy look right there. Like he looks so lonely.
Look how lonely that boy look right there.
Yeah, the camera zoom distance does something right there too, because it's how far out you're seeing him.
Yeah, man. We have some. So I want to keep up with chat too. Sorry, guys. We're just like kind of really into this conversation, but what if the weather can affect what team you use? That kind of goes along with what Lee was saying there. I wonder if we start off with if we start off with Alexander, or we have to find it again in the Great Glacier. That is another topic we're going to dive into in just a moment. Yeah. Okay. And then let's see. I think Cloud is going to take his grief out on the snow and wander away. We got to find him. Barrett will slap him and we will snowboard to the next phase. But NATO Shinobi says that. So, yeah. So like Cloud, I think to kind of take that idea and combine it with the party getting separated, think, like I said, Cloud, snowblind, but focused and called, being pulled. He's like, he's not lost. And like in the snow, he knows exactly where he needs to go, because he's being pulled towards it. So that idea is where Cloud might just wander off and forget about the party. And then, you know, when we see the trailer, I'm pretty sure we saw Vincent, Barrett, Red, Yuffie, but I didn't see Cloud. I don't know if I saw Cloud. I'll have to watch the trailer again. That was when Vincent did his cool like maneuver. We're gonna get to that in just a second as well. But yeah, okay. You know what? Let's see. I think we can start to kind of go into some of the things that you can find. Now, I also want to talk about this location before I dive into like the beat by beat, what you can do in the Great Glacier and all that other stuff. The location itself, you can go straight to Gaea's Cliff and continue the story. So what I'm going to pitch here, I think could end up in the game. So if you get, I mean, like it could be a fun thing if it was in the game. So in the OG, you can go straight to Gaea's Cliff, just head north, top of the screen. You'll get there eventually, boom. Or you'll pass out, wake up in Holzolf's cabin, and then you're at the Gaea's Cliff, and you're ready to go. You don't have to do any of this. All of this is actually optional, or is it like of the forced variety? But it's there. You know what I mean? Like it's it's all optional. So what if they continue in the same vein there for Revelation, whereas all of this could be optional again? And I get to thinking about, I mean, my mind goes to Metroid Prime 4, if you're familiar with that game. If not, maybe Ocarina of Time or something, where you have like this really big open environment, and then there's the areas around the bowl. Do you know what I mean? Like around the bowl of the open area. So that big open area for Revelation and Great Glacier will be that massive snow field that we'll probably see here if I just keep walking around. But not here. But it gets to a point where it's like super zoomed out and Cloud's really, really small and he's just wandering. You have to place posts to kind of keep track of where you are. Now, we have been getting some vehicles for these certain areas. What if we get this super sweet callback to Final Fantasy II and the snowmobile? What if we get snowmobiles where you're able to travel this entire gigantic open area? And then around the bowl of the open area is where you'll go to the hot springs, the frozen lakes, the snow-covered forest over here, the caves, the cliffs, and you know, caves being scattered throughout, but the cliffs and everything like that. That could be an idea, and it could be completely like optional, this whole area, and you can find new things by just saying, I'm going to go to the Great Glacier and just explore, because I don't know where the heck I'm going. I would like to see no mini map markers, nothing showing you any kind of sort of away markers or directions. You just go in there, get lost, you know, get completely lost, go to the same area a couple times and like, crap, I was already here. Get frustrated because this is all optional. You don't need to do this. It's just a fun area that you can go explore. And then, like, let's just say you do run into this cave in the middle of the snowfield, and you're on your snowmobile, and you're like, oh, what's that right there? What the heck? And you pull over, and then it's a little cave you go into, and you find like a cool materia, or you go in there and you find that it's underground, and you get even a bigger, like a mini dungeon in there, or you know, whatever. That sense of discovery can be right here at the Great Glacier. And it almost makes me want to skip ahead even more when I think about where this game should start. Whereas like the Great Glacier area could actually be a pretty sweet, like, Temple of the Ancients style dungeon. Like, you know what I mean? The Temple of the Ancients before the final chapter in Revelation. Or I mean in Rebirth. Whereas this area is like you're heading towards, you know, you're heading back. No, I guess that doesn't make sense because you take the high wind and you land. But either way, like this area being just completely optional and just a massive place to explore and discover could be cool. You just go in at the beginning of the game, you get lost, you wake up in Holzolf's cabin, and you climb the cliff at the beginning of Revelation.
Was Holzolf missable in the OG? He was, right? Like you didn't. Because I was just reading about this, and it's funny because doing all the research for this, maybe my memory is just lapsing for me, but I don't remember encountering that guy at all. And I was like, wait a minute. Usually, I'm pretty good at remembering like most things. So
he's the guy in the cabin. Like he's right there at the base of the cliff.
You can either find that cabin, or I was reading that he finds you in the snow if you pass out.
Right.
Which I don't think I did that.
I feel like you have to go. You have to pass.
I think you have to
cabin.
also.
Yeah.
Then if I just don't remember him, that's fine. But
like I'm surprised I haven't passed out yet. But
I was reading of that, and then maybe he's just kind of a smaller character, so it's not. Oh, you got the jump on them.
Oh yeah, look at that! It took the enemy by surprise. You know. You have to pass by the cabin, and then he also
you just don't have to go in.
Right.
I don't know.
Maybe you don't have to go in.
I don't remember talking to that guy. But what I was gonna say is, I feel like to add to your point of making this area like a intro to discovery, I think it would be cool if, because of the weather perhaps, or just because it's a new area, if they don't give us the map to know what's there, we could introduce an element with, the Great Glacier here. What if like we get a map of the area after we interact with Holzolf or something like that? Like I think it would be a cool mechanic to introduce where things like weather or new areas you don't get a map unless you meet a certain condition. You have to do or interact with them blind because there is the map of the Great Glacier, but how do you get that map again? I forget. Or is that the maze?
Remember we got
it. The house.
We got it in the last game. Remember we stole that map from the guy's wall, or that woman's wall. Like she's still waiting for Holzolf to come home after all those years.
So I wonder if
Holzolf out here living in the cold, just trying to stay away from her.
Yeah, nobody sent a rescue party. And as far as I can tell, if you go back to Icicle Inn, like at the end of this game, is Holzolf still in his cabin? Like, did we never call for rescue?
We never. Hey, I found him, by the way. Like, can we go back and speak to that
lady's
woman?
husband? The lady's husband's been like just at the bottom of the mountain base for about 30 years now.
He's living in a cabin.
It's just he's just chilly, man. He's posted up. He don't have no intention of coming home.
I hope justice for Holzolf, everybody.
Justice for Holzolf.
Holzolf.
That woman clearly crazy. He had to get away, dude. Like he's like, man, I am not coming home. Oh,
I'd rather live at the bottom. I'd rather live in perpetual blizzard than go home to my wife.
She colder than it is out here.
That's crazy.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Oh no.
So fun. Imagine that should be a side quest with him. We help him to go home, and he's like, I don't want to go home. Like, I'm right where I want to be.
Vickman said Holzolf's right where he wants to be.
Yeah. Exactly.
I was gonna say somebody just said that.
That's funny.
So I'm out here at the hot springs, right? So since I'm here, I want to talk about it. I don't know if I'm going to go like location and show you where like all the items are and all that other stuff. But this is the hot spring. This is if there is a story segment in the Great Glacier, it's this. It's nothing really too crazy, but it could have potential, like we see in chat with Shinobi saying this part right here, big potential. You touch the hot spring, and you go talk to a woman in a cave. And in that cave, if you talk to her beforehand, what did she say? Hold on. I think I wrote it down. Oh man, do I not have that written down? Let's see. Anyway, she gets upset. I know I had it. I thought I had it written down. She gets all upset about it, and like, you don't know what are you talking about? You go back and you touch the hot spring. You go back and talk to her again, and then she'll fight you because you touched the hot spring. So then you fight her, and it's snow. It's just this like siren, type like alluring woman in the cold, and you fight her. So is there something more going to happen here? Now, when you're in the Icicle Inn, I think if you talk to some of the NPCs, they'll talk about how there is this mysterious woman out in the snow, and they hype her up a little bit. I think they give you your clue of like she doesn't like hot springs or something like that. Do you think there's something to this? Now, go ahead. I'm gonna let you do your thing and then I'll say what I think. Do you guys have any thoughts on this, or do you just want me to go?
I think you should go, bro, because
okay.
I don't have any specific notes on this, but I do think she's going to show up.
Yeah, like, oh no. Do I have to leave the area and come back? Because I was like, I'll hold off and I'll come back to it. Oopsies. It should allow me to touch the spring. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Yeah, she said she asked you to leave, and she says, "Don't worry about me. I don't want to harm any of you, and don't come back again."
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
I was looking it up.
And then you go touch the hot spring, you come back, and then you have to fight her. So, this area is covered with what's called permafrost, right? So I think this was talked about in the when Genova, like the whole battle there, the permafrost spell was cast, boom, and then Genova was sealed away in this area. And of course, when you think of permafrost, you think of Shiva, right? You think of Shiva. Now, we seen in, man, there's so many spoilers I can't talk about. Other Final Fantasies where Shiva takes the form of a human. So where Shiva can take.
Well, one of the ones I played.
No,
it does.
Oh yeah. What do you got?
14.
Okay.
Yeah. You said, well, it's like, the primals are kind of weird negative, but yeah, like you sail. So yeah. I understood that reference, kind of, I guess, partially.
I understood that reference. Yeah, so like where she takes the form of a human, maybe that could be the certain thing where you're fighting snow. She's actually Shiva, maybe, but like in the OG when you defeat, she said, "Why this?" and then collapses and turns into the Alexander materia. I don't know what the connection is there, but I think Shiva is most likely the goddess of this region, like how in the Rebirth we had summons were kind of the gods of different regions. So Shiva probably represents this area, of course. So there might be some lore added when it comes to Shiva. Something interesting about what you can steal from the woman, the snow woman, you can steal a circlet from her. So when you look it up, we've already gotten the circlet in Final Fantasy VII Remake Trilogy. Even back to Remake, we've gotten it. It says in the description of it, said to have been worn by a fairy tale sorceress. And of course, if you look at it and you compare it, it looks like Gaea from Final Fantasy VIII. Like the same.
Nice.
The same sorceress circlet that she was wearing in 8. So it is like a nod to 8, but it's also like, well, in game universe here, or in universe canon or whatever, is Snow the sorceress, the fairy tale sorceress? Like, are we finally going to encounter her? Who originally wore this circlet. So that's all I got there, where when it comes to Snow. And then there are other locations, because we still got Gaia's Cliff to talk about, but we got other things like the frozen lake hop across, and I think that makes me feel like what if each area had its own unique environmental puzzles?
I could see that.
And again, that's why I keep coming back to Metroid Prime 4, like just the idea that the area you go to, it's its own. I'm not talking about Metroidvania style area, but like an environmental puzzle of some sort would be cool. And then you have the caves, where you can find the. I wonder if there will be a nod to the infinite elixir glitch. You guys are familiar with that?
Is it just respawn? I'm trying to remember.
So the infinite elixir glitch, there's a cave that you can go into, and when you go up to the elixir, you obviously select it. It pops up and says obtained elixir, but don't press the A or the button again. It actually is a glitch where you can walk out with that. Like, so usually you're not allowed to walk when the text pops up, but in this glitch you can. You just walk out. You come back in, it's still there. You grab it, do the same thing, as long as you don't like hit the button again to like, and it'll disappear. So you can just keep going back in and out and get a bunch of infinite elixirs. So nice. I wonder if there will be a nod to this. Obviously, it won't be in the game, but like a nod would be interesting. And then we have, yeah, I think that's pretty much it when it comes to. When it comes to the Great Glacier, you guys have anything else when it comes to Great Glacier? Or because we're about to go to Gaia's Cliff, I just got to get there.
Yeah, I mean, I think we covered the main points of like kind of what I had in mind. Yeah, I mean, mostly I'm just looking forward to the environmental storytelling like we talked about earlier. I do think weather and stuff will come into play, but as far as this area, man, the most unique thing about it is the different mini games that are in it, because it literally has like what, 3, 4, and then the next area has 1 too. It's really interesting. It's like that's kind of how they sold it in the original. Is there's a lot of unique stuff to do here, despite the fact that the environment itself is not extremely visually impressive. It's very samey, but that's kind of the point. So yeah. Nothing's really jumping out at me in terms of how you modernize those mini games, but I do feel like we're going to see some stuff.
Yeah. And here we are at the big giant snowfield as well. We got new enemies that we'll probably encounter, such as these. I don't think these bunnies were in
snow bunnies.
We got snow bunnies. There's also a Bandersnatch. We got a frozen nail in here, a hungry, which is something we saw in the Discord. I believe Anna had posted that in the Discord, was like, I can't wait to see these in, let's see what this is in this cave. Is this the cave? Excuse me. I want to go in here. Oh yeah, there's a magnify, well, all materia. Of course, playing the Shinra archaeology cut, so some things are a little different. I wanted to do the archaeology cut just so I could get the developer's intention as best as possible. And I think that might be what we need to go off of for Revelation. There's a Lesolpoth, an ice golem in here as well. So we fought a mithril golem, so this would be a chance for them to kind of repeat a boss fight. You know, like they did that a couple times in Rebirth where we got like a different boss. They can change it up a little bit with its, obviously it's using ice now rather than mithril rock and stuff like that. But I think it is something that we can expect to see as an ice golem at some point, whether that's in the Great Glacier or as we get to Gaia's Cliff here. Look, I didn't even pass out. I'm just going to go right here. We'll save the game. And I got to make sure I save it. Yes, I'm using Black Chocobo, which is like a save editor. So that way I can change the name of our characters. So
outside this cabin, I'm going to point something out that always stands out to me every single time I play this game. And that is how fast that flag is blowing, dude. I'm like, the wind must be insane.
I think I also have it on I have it on 3x speed, I think, right now.
I mean, still that flag is blowing straight, bro. It don't matter what speed it's whipping at, it's blowing straight. But yeah, every time I see it, I'm like, man, it looks cold, bro.
It just looks cold. Let me see. There we go. Now we're back to normal speed. Okay. So yeah, we're here at Holtzoff's cabin. Well, now, isn't this a surprise? Look, that's right. I didn't pass out. You know what I mean? You didn't have to go find me out there in the cold. That means that dude's just out there randomly walking in the cold every now and then. It's been years.
Had to trek through a blizzard, but can't find his way home.
He can't find his way home. We know damn well this man can find his way home. It's been years since I've met another soul out here. But where are my manders? My name is Holtzoff. I've lived in these parts for nigh on 2 decades now. 2 decades. 20 years. Why don't we head to the other room? If you like, I can regale you with a tale of a lonely mountaineer. So, Holtzoff is going to be in Revelation, right, guys?
He's got to be, for sure.
Oops.
He's the only character in this area that we have to anchor us to the OG, so stuff has got to be built off of him to begin with.
Let's see. Are you familiar with the Trial of the Cliff? Now, all right, so he's going to talk about there's an old legend that tells of something falling from the sky long ago. Yep, we know about this stuff. This is Genova falling from the sky 2,000 years ago, forming what we see is, they're calling it the cliff, but it's actually the gigantic crater in which the calamity fell. About 30 years back, we played Final Fantasy VII, and it came out on the PlayStation 1. About 30 years back. Me and my friend Yamski tried climbing these bluffs, hoping to see what was on the other side. We were totally out of our depth. I knew a thing or two about the cold, sure. But the air on that cliff whips you around like a whirlwind. Oh. Sapping your body temperature bit by bit. Yamski was climbing below me. He cut his own rope. You know, don't look down. I didn't even notice until it was too late. And I felt a heavy weight lifted from my you know what I mean? Like, he's like carrying this dude. Like, it's like, oh man, so much better. Oh crap, Yansky. I lived in this place ever since, tackling the cliff, giving advice to fellow climbers, and providing what shelter I can. If you're planning to climb the cliff, there's 2 things you have to watch out for. First, you need to constantly check your route. It's not easy to keep track with all the snow cover. Second, you got to bring your body temperature back up whenever you reach a foothold. You understand? Got it. I'm sure you're exhausted from climbing or coming this far. Better rest up before you head out. So there you go. That is the story of the cliff. You know, where Yamski and, you know, cut his rope. That's it. So there's probably going to be more of this fleshed out in Revelation, right? With Yamski and Holtzoff. What do you guys think? Got any thoughts on that?
I mean, my first thought was like, Dan, you probably should have been doing like a German accent or something because bro's name is Holtzoff. Yeah. So
yes, you'll need to constantly. Nope, that's not it.
Bros.
That's not it. Yes. I'm trying to get my. I just watched Captain America. Where's that Red Skull at? Where's it at? It's somewhere buried in there. Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, Chad. I had a lot of faith in Dan.
To all our German viewers, if even exists.
Hey, don't say my last name. Don't say my last name, but my last name is German. You think I'd be better at this? You think I'd be better at this?
His name's Holtzoff.
Holtzoff, yeah.
That's the crazy part.
It really is crazy. Daniel Holtzoff. It's actually pretty. That's what it is.
Sorry to put you on blast like
Damn.
that, but you're
Yes.
literally Holtzoff.
Oh man.
Yes. It's very, very German. Yeah. All right, here we go. We're walking outside.
Look at these shivering fools.
Look at these guys.
Yeah, but look at that flag real quick, bro.
That flag is, and this is on normal speed, man. That flag is.
There.
Could you put it back on 3 times? I want to see how fast it whips it.
Okay. Here we go. Let's see how fast.
You was hitting that shit. Look at it go.
I don't even know that. There it is. Okay, cool.
He's busting that move out.
Man, breaking it down. Gotta stay warm.
They all look like they're busting down like Charlie Brown.
Again,
Dog. Like,
again. What are we doing? What are we doing when we see this? What are we doing?
Yeah, Holsoff's cabin, like probably one of the parachutes is wrapped around it. It's like it's just out of view.
I'm just saying right here, man. We got to do something about Yuffie wearing this outfit? We got to do something about Tifa wearing her outfit. I was thinking that
too. I didn't want to say it, but if your theory about that being like you go from snowboard to sky to parachuting, then they're not wearing any winter clothes.
You would think they would be prepared for this. You know what I mean?
Ain't nobody snowboarding in that either, man. That'd be whew.
And like
maybe that's where Holzoff could come in clutch. Maybe he could give us winter clothes.
Yeah.
We have to suffer until we find someone who's more prepared.
The only thing that throws a hook into what you're saying is that we see them kind of what in the trailer crest that crater and what looks to be the crater looking down into the whirlwind. We're just, assuming. But they're not, they're still in their same outfits. So that makes me think, Veto. But I just kind of feel like, we have a fits system.
Yeah, I was thinking fits. Maybe they're hiding some stuff that they're going to showcase later.
It. Yes. I think we're not seeing it right now. Maybe Holtzoff will hook us up with the introduction to the fit system. Maybe he can introduce us to it and give us our first fit, and which would like enhance whatever ability or whatever it is, right? It would be kind of weird. It's like, hey, you've unlocked the white mage and it's freaking winter gear. I don't know. But yeah, he can give us at least an outfit to go with our fit. Because we know there's gonna be multiple outfits
in Rebirth
per fit.
Right.
In Rebirth, we had the like additional like outfits that you could unlock, like some you could unlock, right? And then they were region locked to Costa del Sol, like to that area in the first playthrough. You could switch into the bathing suits when you were there, but once you left, you switched back to your normal outfits. I don't know if they wanted to highlight this in the trailer because it might, they might not want to lay their hand out entirely, but we know with the fit system, you can customize whether or not the fit is on display or not.
Right.
I wonder if fits, like that fit system is a combat mechanic, and maybe they can implement a similar thing to different regions. Like, if it's like a sub thing, like for this region, it's like you can wear winter clothes and you won't have to do the huddle mechanic or the
environmental as well.
Yeah, like an environmental fit. Again, I don't know if they showed.
Almost
I don't want to believe they showed us most of what this game's got to offer in those back-to-back trailers.
I would try to say some.
It would be cool.
Yeah,
it would be cool if they did something like that because they already have a system that sort of implements that, but in a combat way, and it has a toggle for whether or not you appear as in your normal fit or if you're going to wear the fits fit. So I wonder if they could just have environmental fits. This is really the only region I could see you absolutely needing it.
Yeah,
it would be cool.
Of course, Costa del Sol gives you the beach swimsuits.
Right, that was just cosmetic.
Yeah, and so I like what you're going with, almost Breath of the Wild style, or like where the fits actually do something with body temperature. You know what I mean? If you're Link out there and you got nothing but boxers on,
implement that to the submarine if you really wanted to as well, like how having like water fits, diving suits, something like that. Like there are other implementations besides this, but that's theorizing on a whole mechanic.
Yeah,
I just think that it's sort of possible given that we already have a confirmed mechanic of a similar vein, and I feel like that'd be just a really cool way to make the environments feel a little bit more fleshed out and more like thought needed to going into them. So yeah, it's like, here, look how cold they are in their regular fits. Let them wear a coat.
I like where you're going with it, and I just can't imagine them like passing out through, if this is going to be in Revelation. They got knocked out through hypothermia, and then like Holtzoff is like, hey, well, good luck up on that mountain where I felt cold before, but man, it gets colder up there. So anyways, good luck. And I just don't, I get what you're saying with like these reveal trailers. Maybe they wanted to have familiarity with your characters, like, oh, that's Cloud for sure. You know, like, oh, the boo. And then they pop off when you see the gameplay trailer. Again, I will repeat it again. I believe that was trailer 1. That was supposed to be shown earlier this year. And then the fit system and gameplay breakdown was supposed to be at Summer Game Fest. And then it's a big pop off for the, you know, there's the different outfits and stuff. So maybe when they made that trailer, when they crest that hill and whatever, they were just like, we're not going to talk about fits right now. We're just showing the game. So yes, I would like to see them do something even region specific for different fits. I actually honestly think that's going to be in the game. Region specific fits, like at least outfits, not fits. I know that's confusing, but you get what I'm saying.
Outfits, I know what you mean.
The water with this in Rebirth already. We had a Costa del Sol optional fit that you could wear on your first playthrough. You couldn't use it past going, because why would you wear a winter coat in Corel region? You wouldn't. So I feel like, hey, but then in New Game Plus, it's like, hey, here's all these regional fits that you got and collected. And now you can just wear them whatever, because it's not immersion break. Like, it would be immersion breaking on your first playthrough of Rebirth to put Cloud in a swimsuit and play the rest of the game with him in that. But New Game Plus, who the hell cares?
Keep them.
You know?
Yes. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Same with
those like around the shorts and Gaia's cliff.
right.
I like when Rebirth did that. Yeah.
I can see the same thing. And somebody in chat, I want to make sure, because they were saying what I was thinking. I just didn't say it before. About how maybe for the trailers they left it as default fits only, just so that they didn't show it off. And that sort of complements the point that I was saying, where it might be an optional thing, or it could be, you know, something like just it could be tied to a light mechanic of, hey, if you're wearing the coat, it's more forgiving on the hypothermia thing. You can traverse more without having to do that. But if you're wearing a default fit, send the teenager with their shorts on through the snow. Just make sure you huddle with the, you know, make sure everybody's huddling up around her so she doesn't die. All right, like that seems like a good idea. But give her a coat and some snow pants, and maybe she could walk a little further.
Yeah, I just can't see that not being the case. I think it's going to be there. So I do want to like talk about what Barrett is actually going to say here, because I think it's actually pretty important. So Barrett says, you know, I've been thinking.
He said it just like this.
He said,
Seppi!
Hello, Seppi! Come on in, Seppi! It's what do we call him? Barrett Watto! It's Barrett Watto! Come on
We all
in.
had a different name.
Look at that view here. It makes you realize how incredible nature is. So he says, looking at the view here, you realize how incredible nature really is. So, and then he says, though if you asked me to put down stakes in a place like this, I'd tell you to stick them where the sun don't shine. But if I did somehow end up living here, I'm sure I'd come up with ways to make it more comfortable. It's that human ability to adapt and invent and overcome that led to Midgar. You know what I'm saying? When you think about it that way, it's hard to say everything Shinra's done is bad. And then he gets mad. And then he's like, what the hell am I saying? And it's Seppi, what am I saying? Shinra's not bad.
The mind tricks don't work on me.
They don't work on me, no.
It was my bad, Seppi. What kind of mind trick is this?
It almost got me for a second.
Oh man!
But
listen, it only took Barrett freezing his holes off to have that insight.
Yes, exactly. So this is actually, I don't know, man, kind of cool that he says it here. If this is the beginning of Revelation, if he does like say something similar in Revelation, because look what's about to happen. So at first he talks about how incredible nature is. And then, but it's also like follows that up with like, holy crap, nature can be pretty brutal. And then he talks about, well, that's the power of humanity. We adapt and we overcome. Right? And then he mentions Shinra. I think he mentions 3 fronts of this war. So that in Revelation, where you have the planet strikes back in Revelation. The planet is going to show you just how nasty like nature can be. We're gonna unleash nature's weapons. You know what I mean? Like the planet is going to have no remorse, no mercy. We're going to kill all humanity because it ain't good what's going on up there. We need to get rid of that. So the planet, nature, is brutal. And then you have the middle ground where Barrett says it's the humanity's power to adapt and overcome. But then you follow that up with the opposing side of that, Shinra, who has been no remorse, no mercy, killing the planet. So like, you have the planet, no remorse, just no prejudice. Just I'm gonna kill everything. The Shinra gonna kill the planet. And then there's that middle ground where it's humanity's power to adapt and overcome. That's where Cloud and company are, as they're going to try and find some harmony between these opposing forces. I just think it was kind of cool if this is how Revelation starts, with this throwaway statement that was maybe like a joke that Barrett, like, I mean, character development until it wasn't, is what Graf says. Character development until it wasn't. But it was character development. Barrett is finding the middle ground. He's not, like, he's finding that there's a balance, you know? So it's just that there's a balance that needs to be found in Revelation.
Well, it makes sense how he goes from saving the planet and then becoming an oil miner. He found the balance.
we're going to retroactively just get rid of all of that. None of that gonna happen.
I, Barry Wallace, have a great idea.
Wado.
We're gonna stop killing the planet and start killing the planet.
Slowly this time.
Instead of killing the planet, start drilling the planet.
I see no consequences for digging up oil. Fossil fuels will cause no harm.
We gotta stop killing the planet and start drilling the planet. That was good. Oh my god.
Still one of the most ironic parts of his character development is going from being against Mako to becoming an oil miner.
Don't worry, all of that's going to be erased. None of it's not going to end that way.
I think it's going to end that way.
I think it might end that way. I don't know, man.
Anyway,
all right, so we're gonna...
history has a way of repeating itself, Dan. it's very fitting that the revolutionary type falls into the same pattern. I think it's very poetic, actually.
It might be. Standing in a place like this. I'm gonna name him Barrett Watto next. Can I do the Barrett Watto next time, Patreon supporters and YouTube members? I know I try to throw your names in there, but it might have to be Barrett Watto from now on. You know what I mean? Barrett Watto.
Barrett Wattis.
Everybody has a different. We've all said like 6 different names.
Barrett Wattis.
There's
Barrett Wattis.
Barrett
Yeah,
Wattis.
that was the one. That was the first one I picked.
Okay. Barrett Wattis.
Somebody in chat said that
I think
too.
I said Wattis. I forgot which one I said at first. Like Barrett Wattis.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that was the one I said.
He says it right there. It kind of makes us feel like the planet ain't on our side, you know? I ain't saying it's our enemy, of course, but like, what are humans to something so big and powerful?
Wait till he sees the weapons.
Would you like to change party members?
I feel like the planet's not on our side. Yeah. Wait a couple hours, bro.
Yeah,
that's funny too, but I'm laughing at Barrett like spitting some deep, introspective really and philosophical shit, and then the game's like,
you just get this meta choice.
Shut him up.
I just heard Barrett though. He was like,
I don't
think the planet's on our side. And then he goes, would you like to change party members? Or are you good? Is this where you want to be?
I'm reading it says Cloud's like his own inner monologue. It's like when your friend just starts getting like a little too deep in the conversation. It's like he starts talking too much. It's like, man, he's got like political. I know.
Yeah.
Should we stop talking about this?
Yeah.
Like,
You want to change party members? Like,
oh, change party, man. Get out of here. Oh, that's so
see, look, that's what she's gonna have to do when she's wearing her next to nothing clothes. A blizzard like this is nothing to me, at least. That's what I keep telling myself. Shiver. Would you like to change party members? Can I stay here at the cabin and stay warm, or you want me to come with? Nope. Okay. And then we go over here to Burr. I can't stand cold places like this. Would you like to change party members? No. And then
so it's not even when you get introspective. It's just straight up. You like remotely complain. Cloud
nobody wants to go. Like, that's what it is. Nobody wants to go. Do you want to change party members? Like, are you cool? Because I'm like, I'll go with you if I have to, but like, I don't really, like want to.
I just like. It's like somebody has something to say. Cloud's just like, just please shut up. Just shut. He's cold. He's angry. He's miserable. Right? Just shut up. Stop talking.
Bill Long, the writer of the Hype Letter. That's a fan-driven community letter. I don't know if he's keeping up with it. He said he's been putting on hold for a little bit, but the hypeletter.wordpress.com says. Damn it.
Hold on. Hold on. Oh, yeah, you got to let Lee read this. Okay. Go ahead, Lee.
Yeah, Lee.
You got to do the accent, bro.
Oh, what?
Wait,
come on.
Bill Long
get in
my natural accent. I didn't just make this up on the spot.
I haven't improvised since chapter 12.
I didn't just improvise this on the spot.
Oh, wait, hey,
I've watched that clip so many times.
He's got Sid. There we go. Come on. Get in character, bro.
He's got it.
Okay.
She's a beaut.
Damn it.
She's a beaut.
Right.
Oh, wow.
I can't get the goggles on.
You all right, Sid? Right. You been drinking again?
All right, I got it.
Beer goggles.
Yeah.
Now I can't read because they're foggy, actually. All right.
Oh.
Damn it. Only I still had my wings. This cliff would be a piece of cake.
Go ahead.
I approve.
Go ahead.
Shut up, Sid.
You gotta say, would you like to change party members?
Would you like to change party members?
No. Hey, we're gonna get in a battle right in front of everybody. Oh, hey, there she is.
All that work for that.
Oh, man.
Snow siren.
There she is.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna hit her with Odin. No. I don't know what this guy had. This save editor had hooked up, but there she is. I mean, look, she needs the fit system. Look at her out there in the cold like that.
That's why her skin's white, bro.
I mean, yeah, that's what's
Been
going to
out
happen.
there too long.
She's going to freeze. She's like, come here. Come here. Damn. Damn.
She's just a Sephiroth.
Wait, are we really damning over 30-year-old Holly?
Damn. It's lonely out here in the cold, bro.
Oh.
All right.
Dad's thirsty. He needs some ice to go in that drink.
You know what I mean?
Bro.
Fireball.
Fireball.
Look, I just stopped the show. The snow siren got me under her spell right now. Ah, man. Killed her.
Damn it.
Dolzen
gang done killed it.
All right, here we go. Let's talk to DJ Alex. This is top secret intel, but President Rufa is due to arrive any minute.
There we go.
That's it.
There we go.
He's due to.
Why'd you say Rufa? President Rufa.
President Rufa. I'm going back to my German accent again. Would you like to change the party members? No.
Oh, dude.
Oh my God, yo.
President Rufa.
President Rufa.
We don't like a DreamWorks character. You sound like one of the pigs in Shrek.
Yeah, that's it. That's what it was.
President Rufa.
It was you know who it is. I'm the beautiful butterfly from Bond's Life. I think that's what they
Dude, I'm
want.
just imagining the pigs from Shrek, and they're just like,
Oh,
President Rufa, he took our land and made a reactor, and that's why we have to live in your swamp. Please go to Shinra Tower and take out President Rufa.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh man. Oh, if you're in the chat, Vincent, I'm sorry that you had to witness that.
Yeah, we're hitting
We know you don't sound like that.
I think we've hit the hour and a half
German
mark. Now
homies.
it's just gonna start going downhill.
The Giga Dunk.
Giga dunk.
We're
That's
Oh.
another thing we
Giga
might, we're
dunking
gonna have to
up
see. You know, we saw the Galleon Beast. You know, but we get to see, you know, Mr. Giga Dunk himself there, Death Gigas. Woo! Wow.
Man,
This
I
one-
did lose it.
This one it. All right, yeah, we're gonna make our way to the to Gaia's cliff now. No, I'm not gonna turn battles off. We're gonna keep going. Okay, so this is the this is where, you know, are we gonna get the yellow paint? Because how else will Dragoon King know where to climb? You know, so I feel like we're going to get some yellow paint here. I think we gotta stop a moment. Oh wait, make sure get warm. I can't sit here and talk too long. You know.
Only want yellow paint here.
Happy feet.
Heavy feet.
When
Dude,
we
that's-
visit Holzoff,
we
visit Holzoff. I want there to just be buckets of yellow paint.
buckets of yellow
I want the
paint.
implication to be that he.
We're the one painting it as we go.
Yeah.
This way to the top.
You could do that. Oh, see, I was thinking that he did it because clearly he's trekked. He knows this area well. I mean, if we pass out here, he's bringing us back. So
Just have a bucket of yellow paint in his cabin. Is that what you're saying?
yeah,
Important to
he-
note, though.
He did it everywhere.
Yeah, we're gonna see
World
the yellow
traveler.
paint in his cabin, and then important to note that
Wait, when
he's
everyone
never
with
made
Icicle Inn.
it all the way, right? At least
Gotta paint.
from that story, it sounded like maybe he made it all the way to where you look over and you see the whirlwind maze, and he's like, I can't get through the whirlwind maze, or he just never made it all the way to the top. But what if we get those yellow handholds as you're climbing this mountain, and then all of a sudden the paint bucket's on one, and then he's like, dude, I can't make it any further, and then the player has to somehow figure out how to climb this mountain without the yellow paint. What is the player going to do when the yellow paint bucket's there and he says, I couldn't make it to the top? The rest is up to you, and the player's going to go, what do I do? You know?
that's probably when we just like resign and die.
We resign and die. That's it. I don't know how to climb. I don't know how to climb anymore.
How do I climb with that yellow paint? How do I climb in that direction?
Yeah, I mean, so that could be yellow paint. That's where I had it. That's okay. So anyway, so let's keep on climbing. Warm up a little bit. Let me warm up a little bit. So this area though, this section of the game, do we think Revelation is going to do it? Is Revelation going to have the climbing? I don't see why not. We've already climbed Mount Nebel. I was gonna say we've got Mount Corel. We climbed that as well. So kind of along the same lines of maybe Mount Corel, except this time instead of there being like this, like, woo, let's go, you know, like instead of that climber's high, maybe even a callback to that. You know, last time I climbed,
I'd take Mount Corel over this any day.
Yeah,
just
she was with us when we climbed it. Do you remember that?
I feel like
they reminisce about how she was getting that climber's high, and it was a good time. Maybe they laugh a little bit. Maybe they laugh a little bit about the moment.
Nailed what I was about to say. This is a great moment for party dialogue.
Yes.
Like, this is just one of those moments where through the mini game and just having to kind of, because it's force pacing you. So through that, you have a lot of options for like the party to like talk to each other.
Yeah,
mostly
like,
complain,
reminiscing about Corel, but also like again, remember how we were talking about how, you know, they're going to be somber. Everybody's is in their own minds and stuff. But this is going to force, if we're going to keep this whole, you know, warming up each other or warming up mechanic, where the party has to come together to warm up. The party has to come together, and through coming together to warm up, also coming together through that dialogue, coming together through chatting as they make their way up this mountain, maybe even reminiscing a little bit, because that helps in that grief process is to celebrate that life. You know, think about the life a little bit instead of in thinking about how Aerith had that climber's high back on Mount Corel. You know, like just kind of maybe a laughter can go on from that moment, but then kind of turn sad again because you're she's not here anymore type thing. It can really kind of drive home that grief, while Cloud could care less. You know what I mean? So that's going to be that's going to feel even more
focused on
strange
painting the cliff.
Yeah, he's guys, I went ahead and I painted all the handholds. You're good. Come on up.
Climbers high, Aerith, that's all cool.
Yeah.
You like my heart? You like my work? You
like what I did?
This
is going to help you guys get up the hill so much faster so we can go get to this reunion. I really want to be there. I don't want to be late. Dorsal fan. Yeah, so we're going to make our way through this cave. In this cave are ice boulders. And I'm curious if you guys think this like environmental puzzle will continue into Revelation, where you push over an ice boulder in order to clear the path of icicles in the way.
Oh yeah, I think we'll either get something like that or something where Barrett's shooting stuff. I mean, we saw something similar to that in chapter 3 in Rebirth.
Or
we destroying rocks and pushing stuff, and
we saw that in the trailer. If that is where Vincent is.
Oh, you're right.
If that's where Vincent is.
Could be.
Because I'm not like entirely sure that's where Vincent was in that trailer, but where you like do the Red Dead shooting style where you highlight a bunch of stuff, and then pow 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 pow.
Vincent dungeon right there.
Is that Vincent Vincent is the lead of this dungeon? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. He's the best dressed for it.
Yeah, he's the only one that's dressed warm enough, and he's dead enough to not care.
Hey. It's got an ascot and a.
He's got an ascot.
That's true.
And a jacket and pants. He's like one of the only motherfuckers with like sleeves and pants. He's doing more than most in this party. You either have pants and no sleeves, or like if you're like Barrett and Cloud, or you're an animal.
Yeah, or you're an animal with
and Yuffie, and you're just criminally underdressed. So yeah.
So it is interesting if that is going to be the case, but I honestly don't know if I want it, and even though we have seen it in Revelation already, if that is indeed Vincent in the the Gaia's Cliff. If that is in Gaia's Cliff, then he's got the shooting minigame thing or environmental thing. I just don't is that really going to be it? Kind of like Wiley said, we've already done this in Rebirth. We've already done something similar to this. Oh god, I don't even know where. Okay. Yeah, here's the boulder. Better drop it, or let's drop it. Boom. Oh, just freaking kick it like Leon style, or Chris Redfield style, bro.
No, I was about to say he just listen. I love Chris, man.
Yeah,
he just kind of put him to shame. A single kick took
just
down an entire boulder,
and like a freaking field goal punter kick. Like, I mean, he didn't do like no cool fancy like Hurricanrana kick. You know, I mean, like just he just boom, just punted this boulder off the cliff, man. Pretty wild. Crazy. I think Cloud confirmed to be better than Chris Redfield for sure. You know.
What do you have to say about that?
The age-old question, dude.
Everybody was asking.
Everybody was wondering.
That's why they're here tonight.
Oh, yeah. How many people do we have in chat right now? I know every single one of them was thinking. Yeah, 59 people in chat. Everybody was thinking that.
This enemy though, like, is this?
Looks like the Materia Keeper.
It looks like the Materia
Same
Keeper.
Model.
Yeah. It's called a Silva or something like that. So that'll be, you can expect that in Revelation to show up here. I mean, are they going to reuse the Materia Keeper fight again? But this time it's different because you're not fighting with Sephiroth, you're fighting with your party. So it kind of makes it a little different. But yeah. So, and then were these things were in, I feel like in their trilogy.
Yeah, we've seen this enemy already.
We've seen these guys. But yeah.
Maybe not this particular palette swap, but we've seen this this design. Yeah.
We actually just had like 6 more people join chat, or like 5 more people. They're happy that the question got answered, Dan.
Which one? Oh, about the Chris Redfield thing?
Yeah,
You're
the masses
welcome.
are flooding in.
So we had to
They're
get that
happy to
Resident Evil reference
You're
in.
welcome. And you're
Every
probably
time.
wondering if
Wait,
Cloud is
oh my
better than
God.
Leon, and the answer
I'm
is
slacking.
yes. Oh, there it is. The Stars
I was
hat's
waiting.
back.
I was wearing it the whole time. Resident Evil reference. Man, I haven't done that in a minute. Turn the hat around when
What's in
somebody
here?
mentions Resident Evil.
Hey, the Javelin. That's right. So Sid gets a weapon called the Javelin here. And, I mean, if he's going to be introduced, maybe this is like the nod. You know what I mean? You got a weapon for Sid, but hey, this time you actually get Sid in Revelation, you know? But there it is. Yeah, he gets a weapon. And then we're gonna make our way back. See, I'm talking, so I'm getting lost already. I think I go this way, and now that this is clear, so I can go now. What else is there in here?
I was hoping you were gonna get a little bit more lost.
Dude, I played this game so many times.
Just go a little,
a little haywire. Yeah, I don't want to turn into Death Gigas again. Let's use, I don't know, freaking did that.
Crazy move, dude. Level 4 suicide.
Yeah.
It's such a crazy name.
Level 4 suicide. Dude, what are levels 1 through 3? What do you do there?
I'm wondering what the heck.
What is that?
Level 4. Yeah, dude, really getting to the point. Anyway, so
all right, let me see if I got
my
notes on Gaia's Cliff. I do have something pretty crazy to say about Gaia's Cliff, but it's going to become at the end of this. So let me just make my way through this, because there is another like section of like getting cold on the cliff side. I think I'll just turn battles off so I can get there. All right, so we did that one, yellow paint. We did that one, push boulders. There's going to be a moment in here where we have to fight icicles. Do you guys think we fight icicles? You know? You guys remember that in this game? Or
I do remember that.
Okay.
I don't think we're going to fight icicles like a battle, but I do think it'll be like some more of that rock shooting type of stuff.
Okay,
sure.
So do you think it'll be... Because, I mean, I was wondering if it could be in the battle, where the icicles over here, Final Fantasy X style, where you're attacking something else to make it fall. You
could be.
Maybe you have to attack the icicle every now and then to get the thing to fall. Could be wave after wave of enemies, and then
into a battle.
Yeah, like you're in a battle and the enemies won't stop coming until you break that icicle, but you have to keep fighting off, enemies. Hit the icicle a couple times, fight the enemies. Fire obviously would work really well on it. That kind of deal. Could be interesting. I think that's also optional. No, it's not. I think you actually have to do it because that's what makes the path to get to the end of this. Which I don't want to what's it say? Icicles will definitely be a dungeon mechanic. A battle though? ? Is what Graphs is saying over in chat. I think all the stamps will be nice of the round. Oh no, you might actually be onto something. Oh god. Not all the stamps, but like all the stamps worlds has like each of the knights. Oh,
they're all wow.
Anna asked me a question.
Knights of the Pound.
Knights of the Pound.
Oh yeah, excellent.
That was a good one,
great, bro.
You did it. You did a good one.
I'll give you £1 for that one, bro.
You made funny.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Knights of the Pound.
Knights of the Pound. That was real
all the
good.
Stamps come rolling out.
Hey man. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to take some guys' cliff notes on Lee's whole thing.
Cliff
tonight.
notes. That's a good one too. Let me warm up a little bit here. Okay.
Oh man. Hey Dan, I got one for you.
What you got for me, man?
What do you call? What? I'm sorry, this is awful. What do you call a game developer? What do you call a game developer who casts Blizzard while skiing down Gaia's Cliff?
Don't know what.
Cliff Blazinski.
Oh, he did it! Yes, that was good. That was
quadruple
really good.
entendre.
Man, you got it, dude. That's a quadruple entendre.
That's a quattro.
That's quite
That's
true.
Oh,
Yo, that was good. I like that one a lot, actually. That's a good one.
It was no Knights of the Pound, but no, I'm
I mean,
that was it.
I mean, Knight of the Pound, not to be overshadowed or anything.
Oh man.
No, I mean-
Ooh.
that
Was real good. I like the Cliff Blazinski. That you
that's a quadruple entendre.
you did it, man. I like that.
Oh.
Yeah, just climbing this cliff. So, when you're Revelation, you climb the cliff. You got multiple footholds. You think we're gonna do that kind of stuff where we go up here, and I would like to see. I just want to see a cliff, or a mountain climbing segment. All right, I would love to see that. And imagine in Revelation, where as you're climbing this cliff, you're getting higher and higher. You know what I mean? And as you get, instead of just
As you do.
as you do, as you do when you climb.
As one does.
But when you're facing
Imagine
all that
climbing
is
up
in
and you're
there-
going higher.
Get that
Let me go
climbing
back,
high.
bro. As I go back,
Climbers high.
I can do this in the Shinra archaeology cut. But guess what I can do when I'm in Revelation? No, I'm not, Lee. I know you were looking at it like, oh, he's gonna pass out there if he just keeps talking. It's gonna be funny.
Bro, listen. Speaking of that, I have a quick thing I want to say.
So wait. I need to know what Dan. What did Dan?
Yeah,
think?
bro.
Alright,
you
Dan.
know where I was going with. You're gonna be able to pan the camera down and look down as you're climbing.
Yeah,
Don't look
'cause
down.
I mean, camera control.
You can be able to look down, bro. Can we get some cliffhanger stuff? Can I climb across I want to shimmy across a rope. There is this
shimmy.
like, dude, give me like a rope where I'm gonna like, looking down, maybe like somebody slips, it's Red 13 falls, and you have to like grab him by the paw. He's whatever you
By
do,
the tail.
don't look down.
Don't look down.
Don't look down. And then that'd be crazy. And then you let go of Red and he just falls all the way down. God, crazy. Red dies right there at the beginning of the game.
Bro,
Dude, that,
what are you
man.
doing?
What? Crazy, man.
And then Kate goes after him, and now we lost Kate too.
No,
just a whole
right?
domino
This
effect.
is crazy.
Yeah.
Everybody's just dropping right here at the beginning of the game, and it's just gonna be Cloud from
And
here
it's
on
only
out.
Cloud, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and Sid because the high wind.
We
do need to find the high
we
wind.
do need him. We do need to save for the.
Oh man.
He's the only
Yeah,
one he
see-
saves actually. He's like, I still need you.
We kind of need you.
Oh.
Yeah, so I don't even know where I'm going with this. So I'm just trying to get to the freaking part where I have to knock these icicles down so I can get to the cool part. I wish I could get
the
like
cool
one
part,
of you.
nice.
Yeah, there's an interesting segment coming up that I have like some story implications to go with. I thought I could hop across this, but I do think I actually have to knock down the icicles. in order
So
to do it.
I have a couple quick questions for you guys.
See, this
Do
is
you
the
think
cliffhanger
that
part.
we-
This is where the rope
Oh,
goes
yeah,
across this gap. And
you're right.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
go
yeah.
ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. Do you think we get the temperature value? That's question one. And then I have a follow-up question after that. Does it tell us what temperature it is?
Yeah, that's a good. Like, I was thinking, like, I wish I could just think harder. I almost had a little moment, like, Lee there for a second. We got like the Zelda Breath of the Wild, where you actually have your body temperature thing going on. There is that. Do we get that though in this?
You think we get actual temperature, or do you think it's some sort of just a version of that, right? Where it's an homage to it?
I would love to see it. I would love to
Okay.
see it because it's the OG, and they did it in
All
the
right.
OG, and I want to see it in Revelation. What about you, Lee?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
All right. So here's the follow-up question.
And everybody in the boardroom going like this.
Graph's got my follow-up question. For us North Americans who don't know what a C is it going to be in Fahrenheit for us so we know what temperature these dudes are running around at?
Yes, localization better cover
What
us
the
on that
hell
one.
is a kilometer?
What is
What's
a
the
kilometer?
Celsius?
What?
Graphs knew right where I was going. That was my follow-up question: is do we finally get Fahrenheit?
What's
hell
the
is a
universal thing?
Celsius?
There's no universal
Yeah, we
thing. We'll just call it hot or cold. That's all you'll see.
What
No,
was on
no
the Old
temperature.
Republic,
Hot or cold.
pressure valve?
it's
What
just a
was
height
on-
meter with red on one
Yes.
side and blue on the other.
Yeah, very cold or just regular cold. That's
Yeah.
all you get. Because
what was on the Old Republic pressure temperature valve that fairy tale valve that they had? What's their
that's
what's
good.
their
That's
unit of
yeah.
measurement?
I don't. That's true. That's true. The fairy tale water.
The freaking fairy tale valve.
Oh god.
That freaking valve that I hate.
For distance, they use what, yalms or the whatever y. It's not actually yards. It's yalms or like it's your stride, I think.
So it'll be like Celsius,
which basically Celsius, Fahrenheit. Yeah.
Fahrenheit.
Yeah, Fahrenheit.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would probably just be a hot or cold, so they can avoid all of that together. See, here's
very modern sensibilities on that.
Very modern sensibilities. So yeah, we're gonna have in Revelation, you'll have a bunch of bats flying around as you're trying to like get them out of my hair. As you're trying to knock down this, icicle, and the icicle fights back with every time you hit it. It freaking drops.
Dude, it always got me how that icicle jiggles, bro. It does not jiggle right. Watch this.
Yo, they're gonna have jiggle physics on this icicle, bro?
Yeah.
Why is it?
You want some jiggle physics, man? Confirmed. Wiley wants jiggle physics.
When the camera pans up like that, I know it's supposed to be on the ceiling. It just looks like it's bouncing on its tip.
It's really nothing there. Yo, Wiley, I think you're gonna have to download the mod for the jiggle physics on that. All right?
The what?
No,
physics?
the
jiggle physics. Yeah, the jizzle.
You said something else.
Wow. All right, now you're talking about
you
the mods you want.
You're definitely gonna need the mod for the jizzle physics.
Oof. The Freudian slip, bro. Leave me out of that. Leave me out of that. Oof. Yeah, it got ice cold in here for a second.
Jizzle physics. Oh my
Listen.
god.
Very, very, very bad timing to mess up your words there, didn't it?
Yep.
Oh, man. Oh goodness. Yeah, so we're gonna knock down these bats and just keep hitting these icicles. I can see it being maybe like just a couple icicles that are all in one battle, like I said, like where you have wave after wave of enemies as you're trying to target the icicles and the enemies, these bats flying around them. What's up, man?
You could take a page out of like 14's book where it's like you have to hit it in like a battle mode, and then you have to actually like evade falling, like like in an arena. So if you're hitting it, you have to keep hitting it, but you have every time you're like avoiding all the attacks, and big 14 style orange indicator.
I like that.
To know where it's gonna fall.
I like the area of dude. We just turned the icicle into like a straight up boss battle. Yo, I think we should. Honestly, I love that. I love that a lot.
And then throw the bats in to just like keep
we got there, bro. We
toes.
got there. We finally found a good something to speculate about, like other than juggle and jizzle physics. Like we finally got there. Sometimes that's what happens when you watch the Warriors of Hype. We eventually will get there.
We already have a good boss fight coming up, man. Come on. Why are we talking about the icicle boss fight?
I'm laughing because I thought you were gonna say we finally found something good about 14.
Oh,
but no, that's what I thought you were gonna say.
Oh, man.
Bro.
I won't have that slander on me. I mean, I'll keep that fault to myself.
That's cold,
Dude,
bro.
no, you've actually slandered it before.
I
was there for all of it, Dan. I was there.
I have.
You cannot tell me otherwise.
Oh,
but no, yeah, I
publicly.
think that's the way to do that fight, dude. It's the best of both worlds. Bats come in, bam, hit the bat.
Oh,
boom,
man.
hit the icicle. Icicle's falling
So
on me.
tight, dude. And more than just
Run around,
bats,
get
bro.
away.
Dude, more than just bats, bro. Like, what if it was like other enemies, and then like you stand in the circle where the icicles are gonna fall, and then you get the enemies to come over, and then you just get out of the way, and the icicle just freaking crushes an enemy. Like you can use the falling icicles to your advantage.
Or it could be a detriment depending on when you hit them. Maybe it breaks the floor beneath you if it's like falling through, and it like limits the arena you have to operate in.
Bro, I
There's so
love
many
this.
fun ways to do.
I love
that's
this.
a fun way.
Yeah.
I think that I think the icicle boss fight might be my best battle.
Yo, when we do the reviewed and ranked for this?
Yeah. Best battle.
Best
Icicle.
battle goes to the icicle.
Listen, it will be if they combine it with Schizo, right?
I thought you were gonna say something else. I thought you said something else.
No, oh,
You said
come
Skiz.
on, man.
You got me.
No,
messed
no,
up.
no, no, no,
Nope.
no.
The skizzle physics.
The schizo physics.
Oh my gosh.
That is a good point. Like, you can combine the icicles falling and stuff with that battle, yes. And then we're going to go back to what we talked about during that Hypecast. I'm going to bring it back, and hopefully I'll have the trailer ready to go at some point. But our party member, our ultimate weapon, brought up, and Lee, I don't know if you were on this one. No, Wiley wasn't on this one. I know you. Oh, dude, this might be the first time Wiley's heard about it. But like, Alexander.
It was also the first time Wiley wasn't on the show.
It was the first time, yeah, for a long time, like since your debut.
Like as a main since Rebirth Chapter 1.
Yeah, since then. But yeah, no, Alexander, the Divine Hype. He said, I believe that is Schizo that you're fighting in that trailer, like that Vincent is going like pow over the shoulder, like one of the heads or comes flying across and he shoots it. And like in the background, we broke it down, man. We zoomed in on this thing and we looked at it pretty closely, and I was like, man, I think you might be onto something. I think that is actually that boss battle. Now, I also think for this analysis, it's a what to expect type thing. So I think we can expect that the name of the boss, Schizo, will probably change. Yeah, I think that will probably be a different name. It might be a little insensitive.
I see why.
So, yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either, right?
Like,
I forgot to get the treasure chest over there. Whatever.
You know what's wild, bro, is if that is that boss in that Vincent shot, and that's the Vincent dungeon, then everything we just said could be true. Like everything. Vincent shooting icicles at the boss and all this stuff. Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. We could have just had a 100% accurate cook.
Oh, are you saying like Vincent shooting the icicles and making them fall
cave,
down on the
and it's
on
all
the boss?
Part of yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's how we're taking out Schizo, maybe.
Inferno armlet.
Could be.
That's a good point. I like that. Wait, how do I get down to that? Let's do it. I think I know how to do it.
So what I want to know, like me and my wife have a hard enough time deciding how to set the thermostat. So if you got one head fire and one head ice, like how you setting the thermostat, bro?
Bro, I mean, yeah, exactly. That's a good point, bro. That's a good point. One head's got to be in a different room.
So I was just trying to say some stuff like what y'all was saying earlier, like where I just gotta say
excellent analysis, bro.
Hang on,
I appreciate that. Thank you.
I'm on the boiler tech. This is my line of work.
Oh yeah.
So is it like a mercury stat? Like, is it like the old school dial stat, or are we talking digital? Because I don't know how you quantify a digital stat.
Listen. It's got to be digital.
Oh, okay, so then it's gonna be ice, right? Like it'll be like an iceberg, then ice cube, and then it'll be a puddle, and then it'll be nothing. Like it's just vapor. Like it's that's it. Then, well, yeah, that's it.
No, that's it. Right. That's all we got.
I like it.
Yeah.
Thank you for that fantastic analysis, everybody. I really
Yeah, you can tell I work on boiler. I've been doing that for like 7 years now, actually. So yeah, you can really tell my expertise come out.
Gretchen could be Schizo and Frenic, the two heads. I think that one might be even less sensitive.
It could be.
That's a swing.
That is an idea.
That's a swing.
Could be jizzle and jiggle.
No. I thought we moved away from that. I bet you like that.
I think it's a good idea.
Okay.
Where did Dan go? Dan's all right. We're taking over the show now. Dan had muted himself. Welcome to the Warriors of Hype. I'm Sorry.
Maybe he muted
The
us.
Waters of High. I'm Dan. And
Chat, can y'all hear Dan?
I can't.
'Cause I see him talking. I don't hear
Guys,
him either.
I'm sorry. Here it is. I'm back. Can you hear
There
me?
it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I took over for you.
I
already heard
unplugged my
that.
microphone for a second. That's my
Oh,
bad.
okay.
I was looking up the mods.
He was talking
I
about
was
how
you.
great you sounded a second ago, and I was like, no, I don't hear him.
Oh man, wow, this show just got so much better. What happened?
So did you
Did
hear
it though?
my suggestion for the two head name?
From my understanding, from what I heard, we were just really focusing in on this this hot or cold situation, right?
Oh man, what were you saying about head
I kept
games,
on
Lee?
saying it. I kept on saying excellent analysis, boys. So
So you missed the entire thing about the schizo renaming?
oh, I heard everything. I just wasn't.
good.
I
Okay,
wasn't
glad
able to
got
talk in order to move the conversation forward. So I wasn't able to do that.
Oh, because in my mind, I heard, yeah, they should rename them to Jiggle and Jizzle. That's what I thought you said. All right.
So
cool.
listen,
I'm glad
I
we're all
just
on the
picked
same
up
page.
the enhancer from this treasure chest, right? The enhancer has not been in Final Fantasy VII Remake Trilogy, right?
Don't
Am
do
I
it.
correct? I'm not doing anything. I don't.
I was
Stop,
thinking-
Lee.
No,
Stop.
I wasn't. I thought Dan was going.
Okay.
Never mind, go. Dan,
All
go.
right, keep going, Dan.
What am I missing? What am I
No,
missing? I'm missing a
it's
joke.
just better if you miss it. Just keep going.
Bro, I'm
It's
gonna be
right-
honest with
it's
you.
right
I was
there.
trying to think.
It's right.
I'm like, it's gotta be like some sort of innuendo. It's gotta be something. It's gotta be something nasty. And all I could think of was one
What those
Swedish
icicles are
made
doing?
penis enlarger from Austin Powers. That's all I got in my mind. And I'm like, that doesn't have anything to do with the enhancer. You know what I mean? What do you get?
Well, you
I
if
plead
you
the
need to make-
fifth.
It's not my bag, baby.
if
Plead the
you
fifth.
need to make your icicle
3, 4,
jizzle,
5,
you can
fifth.
use the enhance.
Monte Carlo says, Dan, fight a Marlboro, please. Oh, you know what? I turned off battle so we could get up to the top of this cliff. But yeah, Marlboro
Good
is
pivot.
in this game, in this area. So the Marlboro was in Remake, but it was in a I believe a
Gaga.
was it in Gongaga as well in Rebirth?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. In
That was the big
Remake, it
ol'
was a
one.
VR battle if I remember
Stank breath.
correctly.
Hmm.
All right, so let me just get. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I'd have to run around in circles, Monte Carlo. Like, I'd have to just hope I got in a battle with a Marlboro. Here, look, I'll see if this. Let's see if this one is it. Ah! When you drop your controller, press a bunch of buttons. I just moved an inch. Let's see what it is. It's not. That's it. We're not doing this anymore. Just one
Right, you don't
shot.
have auto battle on. I'm assuming this is a part of the game that has it.
Wait, auto battle?
Yeah, some parts of 7 have it.
You use auto battle?
I'm not saying I use it. I'm saying I'm surprised you're not for the show right now. You're
Dude.
using 3-tap speed, my man.
I just tap the B button like a real Final Fantasy VII
Oh,
fan.
okay.
Yeah. Auto battle. Lame. You know? I'm just gonna keep climbing this hill or this mountain. I'm running up that.
I didn't think the
hill.
idea was lame. I was just trying to get the content going.
Hey man, I'm sorry,
Hashtag
bro. I'm sorry, bro.
lovely.
Lovely. Hashtag lovely. Hashtag lovely.
I was just trying to get. I was trying to
Here it
fight
is.
a Marlboro, and it seemed faster this way. But you know,
We are here. We are here.
We're there.
Okay, so I have some stuff that I'm going to read to you guys.
Dude, hold up.
What's up, man? What's up, bro?
Hold up.
Come on now.
Go out the menu, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, you could drink from that puddle right there?
Yeah, dude, that's how you restore your HP.
Bro.
Whoa, 30
And
years.
all the times I played this game, I didn't even know you could do that right there. I would have
There
been
it is.
using a tent right there or some potions or something. Come
That's
on
awesome.
now.
Oh,
Dude,
man.
that's fantastic.
That's awesome. I didn't know you didn't know that. That's
I don't
cool.
know. I don't remember if I did that or not. I'm gonna.
Today I learned
say
you could
no.
drink out that water right there. I didn't even know that was water.
Yeah.
You realize that cloud became like just like a serious biohazard, right? Like this water probably has some like godforsaken parasite in it that's gonna like ravage the land worse than Genova ever could.
I got story time. Speaking of
Oh.
all of those
Okay,
things,
cool.
and this hole All right, I'd like to really flush out this hole. If you got, and I can, I can read
Wiley,
a passage.
he's setting me up.
I got a passage here to explain more about this hole.
No, resist, Lee.
Nicole from Resonance. All right, here we go. This is a veto. He's out. That's it. I'm done. I'm sorry. All right. So this is The Kids Are All Right, a Turk story.
This is certainly an episode.
Bro, let me tell you, if you're ever watching the Warriors of Hype, just fast forward an hour and a half in. That's when things really get good.
So what's up with them kids and why are they all right, Dad?
These kids are all right, man. Let me tell you about it, and I'm not going to make any reference to the hole anymore until I get there. All right. So in this, if I set the stage here, gosh, I don't even know. I made these markers like 2 weeks ago when we were going to do this, and my note said "read from the book," and I'm like, all right, here I go. Let's see what I thought was interesting 2 weeks ago. What I thought we were going to do is yeah. Okay, we are going after. This is Evan, the main character of the story. He's looking for his mom. Or at least somebody who might know about his mom. Anyways, let me just read.
He's trying to find his mom. Went missing.
His mom went missing.
Just kind of disappeared.
Exactly the same time as this game is taking place. That's why it's relevant. Of Final Fantasy VII, his mom went missing because she was following the Black Robes. She was part of this.
I should have put a spoiler warning, bro, in case anybody was interested in reading the book.
Bro, this is the last part of the book. So if you don't want to know anything about this book, yeah, that's kind of the climax.
Like, no, bro, this is the end of the book. It's like, what if nobody read it?
You are right. This is the climax, everybody.
Like,
so
the
whatever.
Oh, that's awesome.
This is really everything.
You don't want to know how it ends.
If you don't want to know how it ends, hopefully you forgot what Dan just said, but yes.
I mean, and they're going on this path because last time I read it last week, they were at the Icicle Inn, and now what I'm assuming is the Great Glacier or the Gaia's Cliff. And based off of the descriptive words here, I believe it is Gaia's Cliff right here in this area here. And then in the next screen. Okay. He sees somebody and this person's acting weird. So, what's going on? I demanded. I shouldn't demand, but who are you? And then, who indeed? I'm not quite sure myself. You wouldn't happen to know, would you? He reached out through the inky darkness and touched my left arm. Apparently not. Suddenly, just for a moment, instead of Fabio, I saw a slender, silver-haired boy. But then, in the next instant, it was Dr. Drake with his... Dr. Drake is a cool name. With his shock of white hair, his tongue out, jeering at me. I was so excited to learn. You might know about Genova, but no, you've only seen a picture. Same as the doctor, it turned out. But someone has to know where the actual one is. Well, it isn't me. I don't know anything. And I even healed your shoulder, useless idiot. Anyway, so this is one of the remnants, right? Looking, I think it's Kadaj, looking for...
If it's the long hair one, wouldn't that be Yazoo?
Might be Yazoo. You're right. But it's one of those, right? So, no, it just says a slender, silver-haired boy. So slender. Okay. I think it's Kadaj.
Long hair was there. All right, then probably Kadaj. Because who cares about the other two?
Yeah, he's looking for that fragment of Genova, right? That piece of Genova, which I think is relevant because I think the piece of Genova might be, there might be something to deal with Revelation here at that moment. So. Let's skip ahead. Evan, look! At the end of the tunnel was something strange. 20-somethings, in fact. In the gloom, I couldn't tell what the dark, huddled shapes were exactly, but each was about the size of a person. Should we go see? I said. Yeah. This is Kyrie with him. Dread creeping up my spine. I approached the dead end. All right, so this is what coming from this way. Ah, battles are still on. Monte Carlo.
It's anticlimactic.
I wish there was a Marlboro just for you.
Oh, it's perfect. It's
All
great
right.
timing.
Yeah, great timing on that one. Monte Carlo, I still got him on.
Yeah, turn them battles off for about 10 seconds.
Yeah, let's get back to it. All right, here we go. Look at this tunnel. Ho ho! Well, that's what I just read.
Yep, those were the words.
That's what I said. At the end of the tunnel, something was strange. 20-somethings, in fact. In the gloom, I couldn't tell what the dark, huddled shapes were exactly, but each was about the size of a person. Should we go see? Yeah. Dread creeping up my spine. I approached the dead end. This looks like a dead end in a way. Oh, wait. Did I just go past the... And then... Yeah. But this next point is important. Watch this. Look what happens. Oh, it's a black robe!
Whoa!
Why, that's what I just read in the book! The
Whoa.
black shapes were human corpse, swathed
Are these
in dark
connected?
robes with hoods, men and women and children. I killed them all, even the children. The women and the children.
Sephi!
Don't
do that!
Don't do that!
Don't do that!
People dressed all in black? Where had I heard that? Right, 30 years ago in Final Fantasy VII. The owner of the Icicle Inn.
Exactly the quote, too.
Yeah, that's what it says. They must have been some of the people my mom was following, the ones she was trying to help. Look at their faces. They almost look alive. They've been frozen the whole time? Evan, said Kyrie. Huh? I said, tearing my eyes away from the bodies to look at her. She reached for me and grasped my arm as she stared at something farther back, shrouded in the shadows. I gazed at the spot where she had pointed, and there, in the corner, was my mother. She wore a red down jacket much like Kyrie's, and she was sitting up with her back against the wall, one arm hugging her knees to her chest and the other fallen by her side. Mom? She could have been asleep. Still clutching my arm, Kyrie started to sprint forward, but even though she nearly wrenched my arm off, I couldn't move. Evan, I didn't know what to answer. I didn't know how to answer. The best I could do was shake my head. Are you okay? Yeah. No, you're not. I am. Do you want to go with me and check on her? So, Evan's mom could be in Revelation. And there's more to kind of go off of this theory as we skip ahead a little bit. This was opened a seal and found several pieces of neatly folded paper inside. This is next to his mom and a Shinra company logo printed on the face of it. She says in this thing, I was able to identify 5 of the experimental subjects who inexplicably left Nibelheim to head north. All were dressed by the time, oh god, I need to go water. All were deceased by the time all were dressed because it's freaking cold and you need to get something on. Use the fit system. All were deceased by the time of discovery. Their names are as follows. Catelyn Stark from Game of Thrones. Edmund Stark. Trevor Showen. Ezra Monty, and Ian Meadows. I found them underground, beneath the snowfields north of the Icicle Lodge. The subterranean tunnels form a maze down there. And I found all the bodies in separate locations. It's unclear what might have brought them down there. The current whereabouts of Rick Fergus, Lisa Tutti, and Cinna York remain unknown. Maybe we see them in Revelation, I don't know. I also discovered 7 other bodies that appear to be similar experimental subjects and have concluded that they came to the area from places other than Nibelheim. All right, so that was a note. Just saying, like, those names, keep an eye out for them in Revelation. But here's some really heavy stuff. Again, this is spoilers for anybody who wants to read this book because this is the revelation of the book. This is your revelation moment. All right? Again, spoilers for the Turks are all right. The Turks are all right and the kids are a side story.
Kids ain't doing too bad either.
The kid's a side story, and the Turks are all right.
His mom.
Yeah.
So the kid is not all right. In this particular moment of the story, the kid is not all right. And
we find out that Evan's mom was a secretary, all right, for one Shinra, President Shinra, and they got busy. They did it. Had a little bit of an affair there. Is Shinra married? I don't know if it's an affair, but man, Shinra got around. And
sure did.
He sure did. I think she had an affair, if I might be correct. Anyways, it was something happened. They got busy. And then she was like, I did something very, very stupid. I knew at the time how stupid it was, but I couldn't stop myself. Just look at that big hunk of a man. Like, with that mustache, got me. Then when it ended, I didn't care whether I lived or died. I was in despair. But then I had you, and you got me back on my feet. Thank you, Evan. I can never tell you how much you've done for me. I think I can write a little more. Because remember, at this point, she's dying. Right? She's freezing to death up here. Even with her fit system on, and like that red jacket and everything, she's still freezing to death. I have one last wish. There are people who gave me help when I really needed it. And if you happen to meet any of them, please thank them for me. One is a Mr. Vincent Valentine. When I left Icicle Lodge for Midgar, he got me out of a tight spot. Mr. Sid Highwind and Mr. Barrett Wallace helped me on the way back up here again. Helped me on the way back up here again. Now, I didn't read this book from cover to cover for this podcast, so I might be like, there might be some context I'm missing.
Repeat what you just said.
But I'm pretty, okay. I have one last wish. There are people who gave me help when I really needed it, and if you happen to meet any of them, please thank them for me. One is a Mr. Vincent Valentine. When I left Icicle Lodge for Midgar, he got me out of a tight spot. Now that, I don't know
Who
when.
said that?
This is Evan's mom in the note.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure that like I'm following you on here. I haven't read this book in years, but I remember it fairly.
No, it's cool. It's cool. And then when I left, and then Mr. Sid Highwind and Mr. Barrett Wallace helped me on my way back up here again. And if I'm out of context and if I don't got this correct, I'm sure somebody will help me out in the comment section if my timeline is messed up. But I'm pretty sure this happened at the same exact time, because when we read the Icicle Inn part of the story, it was like, oh yeah, it was back when the Turks showed up thinking that Cloud did something, but he didn't actually do it. It was literally that time frame when Evan's mom went after the Black Robes. And this is the time frame when the Black Robes would be going up this mountain.
Now I got two theory, possibly, or
okay.
A theory-ish.
Do you want me to finish reading what I'm saying?
No, yeah, if you want to finish reading, go ahead, because I was going to jump in on the point you just said, but...
You know what? Go ahead, because I think that's good. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I think we've been talking about
and keep talking,
separating the party during... Yeah, that's fine. We've been talking about the party separating during this point, and if they wanted to, like... They've integrated plenty of elements from The Kids Are All Right. I mean, we've gotten a lot of Leslie Kyle, we've gotten Kyrie. So, to add a net into this moment, it'd be cool if the people that she specifically thanks are a separated party from the rest of the crew during this section. Like that they are the one, because why wouldn't she thank Tifa or Cloud or whoever? It would be cool if it's like Vincent, Sid, and like they're the people who she interacted with. They help her up, and it's kind of creepy and unsettling when, if you read the book, you basically just helped her up and she's soon to die anyway. Like, she
yeah, so it makes you think, like, if they were there when it said Mr. Barrett Wallace and Mr. Sid Highwind helped me up on the way back up here again, was she on her way up chasing after the robes? Are we going to run into her here? And then is she going to fall like with a bunch of robes into like this area somewhere? And then like there's another moment that I'll read where they chase out of the tunnel. But if they're somewhere in this area and we see Evan's mom, I don't know what they do with the body if she still stays there or whatever, but
I think they leave her because there's nothing they can do about it.
yeah, and like if she falls or whatever
Unless
it
the
is,
Turks
and,
help
and
them take it out. I forget.
yeah, I don't see. I have to read the rest, but like,
In a while.
yeah, but the idea is that like if we run into Evan's mom at some point and like she's a character that is part of this segment, that could be something to think about.
All
like,
right.
And then
Wait,
and then this last part.
before you.
Man. Okay,
Oh, okay. Go. No. If you want to do the last part, go for it.
I just like this this last part, man. It's like Evan,
Go for it.
I know you'll probably never read this, but I had to write it down anyway. There's something I've learned about in my adventures. There is so much good in the world. I've traveled so far, despite my ignorance, thanks to all the good in other people. And I can't help feeling that same goodness will see this letter in your hand someday. Goodbye, sweetheart. I have to sleep now. I love you, Evan. Oh, I have to sleep now.
So, all right. So some Graps in the comments said, so you thinking this is going to be a Sid, Vincent, and Barrett dungeon? That's kind of what I was saying before. I think we're going to get them, and I think that they're going to interact with her and get her through. And what's interesting is that the kids are all right. They pull a lot of characters from this book to complement, which is strange because I feel like for the compilation at large, this is not one of the more how would you say, like, I guess it's not one of the more popular ones, you know? It's kind of an often overlooked part of the compilation, I think. So it's cool that the remake trilogy is paying homage to it. But yeah, I think that we're going to get them. I don't think that we're going to see her get separated, though. Or if we do, maybe that's what, because, oh, wait a minute. Dude. We saw Barrett do this exact thing in chapter 3 of Rebirth. He jumps down to help the robes. So if we get another moment like that to help Annette and the robes, maybe Vincent and Sid accompany him this time.
Yeah.
And then he does help them, but we'll discover that she dies later.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they would, like, we discover later how that works, if it's like a post-game thing or something like that, but whatever. Or it's just because you read the book. It's like, hey, we know what's going to happen with that character. Like, he helps them. Maybe they offer to, like, try and get her out, but she's sticking to her mission, which is follow the robes. You know, but like you have a part of the dungeon where you accompany or help them. Almost like that robe mission. It almost reminds me of the oh, what the hell is it? The part of the Rebirth with that. Why is the term for the quest proto relic, where you guide the robes and then you have to do the combat scenarios to protect them? You know, when it's in the Nebel region, you're like walking behind the robes and ahead of the robes. I think it's Yuffie, Red, and Cloud that are really focalized in that mission. That's the one right before. Do you guys remember this mission? Like, it was a proto relic quest.
Bro, I'm just distracted by the fact that you said focalized. That might have to be another T-shirt.
Hell yeah.
Focalized.
What's wrong with
That's
focalized,
like,
man?
That's like vocalized and focused.
Focalized.
You could it's vocalized on them. It's not focalized on them, not focalized.
Dude, is focalized
I like to wombo
my
words, dude.
Listen, I like it. That's what I'm saying. I was already thinking about the T-shirt, so you know, keep
I'm
on
already
going.
thinking about the T-shirt, bro.
Yeah, so they focalized it.
I mean, focalized the word.
Yeah, well, I
is the past tense.
It's
They was
focalized
on those three characters, bro.
They
were both audibly and visually focused, you know? Anyway, so
to bring the focus, concentrate on a specific central moment or limit something small.
Focalized.
Local area, focalized.
It's a word.
Today I learned focalized.
Focalized.
I was gonna say I appreciate the wombo.
The more you know.
But I'm pretty sure that's a word. I didn't
hey. That's the first time in my life I've heard that one. So
anyway,
thank you.
But no,
thank you. Keep on going.
But no, I think that
I might be
like there's already elements that we've seen from where I could imagine this quest line going.
Just a correction. a correction. I'm getting more context here. And this is my fault for not like reading everything, but it said that I ran to my mother and held her tight. She looked alive, untouched by death, but so much smaller than I remembered her. Her blonde hair felt soft against my face. Evan,
Oh
Carrie
wait,
said?
she's like Genova in this moment or something, right?
She was standing behind. Kyrie was standing behind me. There's one more letter. It was in the pocket of her jacket. I took it and sat down next to my mother and began to read. So this is why I think the timing matches up. She is absolutely, excuse me, she was absolutely there when Cloud and company, and she was following the Black Robes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm confused. Anyways, it says, "Dear Mom, it's been about 10 days since Meteor went away. I'll be at the station in the slums for an hour every day starting at noon, and I'll try to be there as much as I can."
Note, right?
Yeah, Evan's note to her, but how did she have it in her pocket?
Okay, so I can answer this.
Okay.
Because I remember this part of the story, I think, fairly well. I believe... All right, well, I say that and then I'm going to start with I believe. No, his mom and a man whose name was like Foley.
Yeah, Mr. McFoley.
His mom wanted to leave Midgar and was trying to get him to leave with her. He did not want to leave Midgar. They have an argument about it. I believe that we later learned that she was supposed to be helping with the robes and the Nibelheim stuff. Like, she was supposed to be relocated to Nibelheim as one of those, like, prop people there to manage the robes and stuff like that. Anyway, they get into this argument. Evan leaves home for like a day or something. And that's when like shit happened in Midgar where the plate fell. That's the day that the plate falls. And he gets separated by an entire sector from his home. So he couldn't return home because he had to go around the city, if I recall correctly. Like around the entire upper plate. Because all of Sector 7, like he traveled through a sector to, like if he, I forgot where he lived, but say he lived in like Sector 8. He was in Sector 6 when 7 fell. So he had to like navigate around. By the time he gets home, nobody's around. What I don't know is how she would have got the letter if she maybe came back to get like to try and get him and he was already out because there was no point in him living there anymore, is my guess. I don't remember. That part's a little iffy to me, but I do know that they were separated. And I would imagine during that point of separation, like they leave, maybe she comes back, maybe she's looking for him, whatever the case is. There is, in my mind, a point where that letter could be acquired without them ever interacting again.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, in the important thing is that it does actually, I mean, she's gonna be there at that time. It's just, did she survive and then go back home and then come back in and then she dies like 2 years after or whatever it is?
I think she gets
or
that
10
note.
days after Meteor went away.
She's gonna get that note while Evan, after he goes back home but decides to leave again.
Okay.
That's my guess. I don't know what would prompt her to come back besides, well, I know what would prompt her. Probably her son would be my guess, but I would imagine that's where the note would be acquired. I just think it'll be interesting that we're gonna get this element explored because and it's weird that the book names those three. Because it's not like there was anything with them in the original game that hinted at any of this happening. So that's going to be super cool to see how Revelation,
and then you have,
exposes this plot.
And then you got this part. This is what you were talking about earlier. Where, let's see. Let's go, Carrie. Well, we're still alive. Right. She slowly got to her feet, and I did the same. One more time, I thought, giving my mother a last look, and I noticed an odd bulge underneath of her jacket. I hunched down and unfastened it. She was wearing a yellow sweater, and tucked under it I found something wrapped in a big checkered handkerchief. I knew that handkerchief. She had used it a lot.
You switched your pronunciation. I'm sorry, that made me laugh.
Handkerchief, handkerchief, handkerchief. I've heard it always. I reached out to take the bundle. What the? It's warm. How can that be? I don't know. Whatever it was, maybe it had helped keep her warm at the end. I'll just borrow this, Mom, so I can give it to somebody else who's important to me. I passed it over to Kyrie. She hesitated. Are you sure? I guess it's kind of creepy when we don't know what it is. That's not what it meant. That's not what I meant. That's Kyrie. Whatever. He likes Kyrie. Anyways. But then...
Yeah, also, I think they make a comment about, because she's criminally, like, underdressed in this part, too. She's wearing her regular outfit, and they mention that earlier in the book.
To keep her warm. Yeah.
Evan points out that, like, she looks really cold, because she's wearing, like, shorts and a vest, because I'd be damned if anybody thinks to wear sleeves in this world. But anyway.
So okay, this is the part where I'm getting to about this whole like tunnel. What the heck? Okay, we're good. What the heck? The hell going on? All right, here comes the big tunnel thing. Basically, what I was trying to set up was that this thing is a piece of Genova, and now Kadaj is here, and he's ready, and he wants it. He wants it. What the hell do you want from us? I shouted. Feelings for your mother, or for each other, for friends, whatever those are. Your feelings. He seemed to be struggling with the words like Lee does sometimes, as his face screwed up. Yeah, maybe this was not the time to say that joke, because I have definitely been struggling. Yeah. Hey, let's talk about theater. Let's talk about theater for a second, okay? That's how I pronounce it. I was watching Iron Man 3. And yeah, sure, this was an actor doing the Mandarin voice.
Sure.
An actor, yes. And he's doing the Mandarin voice, and he said the Chinese theater, and he said theater. He had a hard A. Hey, theater. And I was like, thank you, Mandarin.
I could tell you felt vindicated, bro.
I was vindicated by the Mandarin.
I'm at a loss for words right now.
He said theater.
I'm still tight that I got told that I'm in. Oh, goodness. In this stream, you have mispronounced a couple of words, and Wiley didn't even know focalize was a word. But I'm the one.
But it's Lee. It's Lee.
I'm the one that messes up the words.
Me. Facts.
All right, anyway.
Oh, God. He said he seemed to be struggling with the words, not likely, like more like me, and his face screwed up. And was he about to cry? An instant later, don't cry. Got it. The dialogue in Having Children. Are you crying? No. Ugh. He sprang up like an animal and grabbed his sword from the air, from empty space. I don't like you two. Evan, just forget him. Let's go. Kyrie grabbed my hand and started to run. Why bother? Said the boy. You won't get away. We were going to give it a shot, though, but the floor was icy, and it was all we could do. And it was all we could do to not lose our footing. And then I realized we had nowhere to go. We were just running for the sake of running. A live stream hole. There's the hole context, everybody. I told you I'd talk about the hole. I told you the hole would come around.
30 minutes to get there.
I told you I'd get around to the hole.
Well, I'm glad you reminded us, because I'd forgotten why we started down this path.
Sometimes you just got to reach around the whole thing to get to the hole.
No, you really don't.
Sometimes. And here we are. We're going to run right into that hole.
I think you're doing it wrong.
I'm about to run right into that hole, dude. Here it is. Live stream hole. It's a live stream hole, bro. A soul hole. That's a soul hole.
Soul hole.
A soul hole.
The hole of souls. All right.
That is a soul hole. It is the only one.
Kyrie, let's jump in. The live stream will protect us. That was the source of all good in the world. It had to be. Ah! Kyrie slipped then her arms and that was Kyrie. That was Kyrie. Okay, God, I'm sorry. We're never gonna get done with this episode.
Sorry.
Kyrie slipped, then her arms and legs flailing in a clumsy imitation of a dance. She hit the ground, and as she did so, the checkered handkerchief bundle came undone and the thing flew out. I rushed to help her up and, Evan, look! She pointed at the thing that had fallen out of the handkerchief, now slowly sliding across the ice. This ice right here that we're looking at, sliding across this ice. And then it was unsettling, some kind of shriveled piece of flesh, and I recognized it. That was, beyond question, the mummified arm from the photo. I said, you won't get it. The voice behind us broke off mid-sentence. I turned to see the boy staring at the preserved limb, the piece of Genova. Mother? Mother? He staggered haltingly toward it. I dashed in first and kicked the monstrous fragment into the hole in the icy floor. That's this hole right here, guys. He kicked it right there in that hole.
You think he kicked it the same way Cloud kicked that boulder earlier? Probably.
Dan, did your teachers ever tell you to read to the rest of the class? Because, yeah, man, tell me to read to the rest of the class. Yeah, what's wrong, man? What's wrong? You know, I read stories to my kids every night for bedtime. Is it?
Bro.
What have you done? The boy sprinted past us in pursuit. The Genova piece bobbed in the water for a brief seconds before it sank. Mother! He screamed as he leapt in and yelped. Agony was clear on his face, submerged up to his chest. He struggled to climb back out. I went closer and kicked him in the shoulder and said, "Go away!" He glared furiously as the bubbles rose up from the live stream, covering him in foam, like it had a will of its own. You can't. The boy's face and hair were veiled with white and pale green, shimmering liquid. I'll grow stronger, and I will return, was probably what he meant to say. So, there you go, everybody. So, live stream hole, soul hole, right there. And I believe that it could be there as a little nod. So the kids are all right, a little, like, right there, Revelation. That was a long segment to get to that hole. But you gotta take your time sometimes.
Yep.
So there it is, everybody. That's the soul hole. I think we still have more to talk about. Because we have this guy right here. Are you okay, Dan? No, I'm not. What's your favorite materia? Anna says, should I answer this question? Because it's Anna's. My favorite materia. The one you never have to use.
Oh.
You know what I mean? All right, here it is. This is schizo.
Can that apply to, like, every material?
I don't know, man. I was just trying to sound badass. You know?
Like you could play the game without using just about any of them.
Okay, so this is, I want to bring this in.
All right, moving on.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
My favorite materia is any of them.
Any of them, really.
Anyways.
So there you go. It's Anna, so she's
really
come to learn that I don't
good.
answer her questions. The breakdown gameplay. I think it's in the gameplay, right? Or is it in the trailer when Vincent does his thing? I think it's right here. It's right here. Okay, so I got to bring this back because this is a hypecast, and maybe not everybody watched it. You know, maybe not everybody watched that hypecast. So I'm going to.
I'm surprised anybody watching this one.
I mean, I talked about a soul hole a couple times, and people are still here. I don't know.
That's crazy.
Dude, that's crazy, dude.
I'm surprised that we didn't receive drop off after Jizzle. Like we're still going strong.
Still a chance, apparently.
Jizzle physics. Oh no.
We're still going strong.
Did I like straight up say it like that? I did say it like that, didn't I? I thought it was. Never mind. That was it. Yeah, I straight up said that. I want to do this window capture. I mean, you're here now. You can just sit through this. You guys just gonna have to sit through me doing this. There we go.
Damn, I said that and like 2 people left.
Damn, they really did, bro.
Damn. They're like, yeah, that's a call to action. Thanks, Lee.
And Dan was the one saying someone else shouldn't say a joke. All right, so let's see what this is. We'll put this in slow motion for you guys.
Oh, yeah, shout out Matt Xander.
Matt Xander, the Divine Hype, pointed this out. This enemy could be our look at Schizo. Right there. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's go back for a second. Take a look at this guy. All right. This in the background, we see the shadow right there. We got some like spike coming this way. He takes a shot at it. And we can line that shot up. Let's see if I can go like this. Boom. So like he's got see that? I think I can actually go. Oh yeah, dude. Look at me with the freaking Shinra archaeology cut. There we go. I think I can even zoom in. Oh yeah. Look, we're going to recreate the Revelation scene right now. Okay.
Frame by frame, baby.
Frame by frame. Okay, so
It took almost 3 hours, but
we're finally here. We did it. We made it.
Made it.
I would never have expected this episode of all our hype casts to be the one that
This is not even a hype
refused
cast.
to
This is from Genesis to Revelation. You know what I mean?
you know, sorry.
Yeah.
You know what I meant, though.
Well, it was a hype cast last week, but I was like, nah, we're just gonna have some fun with this one. We're just gonna keep on rolling. Keep on rolling, baby. You know what time it is.
All right.
So like, yeah, I mean, like this could be a horn that came off of one of the heads, like we saw in the game.
That's what I was thinking
Boom.
last time, or a claw.
Yeah,
Yeah, it kind of looks like a hand, right? Like,
Yeah, I was
there's a
thinking
certain
that's the horn
shot.
with a
It looks
claw.
like a hand. Yeah.
Yeah, they are pretty massive. So if I go like this, yeah, it could be like one of the arms or hands. Yeah. Somebody in chat last week or during the Hypecast mentioned, I can't remember who it was, mentioned a like they use like a petrify attack, and maybe that petrify attack actually hit themselves, causing the turn to stone, and that's what these pieces are breaking off and being broken easily into, like by Vincent there. I was like, it's a really good pull. I like that. Man, he really holds that pose for a while. And then there's a good look at his face. Oh wait, sorry. There you go. That's a better look at his face. See, we got the teeth right there. Like teeth.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Looks like. See, this is why I said it could have been a horn, because it looks like maybe the horn broke off, and when we go back,
that's what I was thinking too.
yeah, it might have been you that said it last week, and that's why I'm thinking it. And then there's in the game, there's a horn that comes down the side of his face, but maybe that's what broke off, and that's why it's like in agony right now, because you killed
Like
one
the part
of them.
that curls.
Yeah.
Like that's the base of the horn.
Yeah.
That looks like Seto.
Yeah, now he looks like
Right.
Well, I mean the petrify effect like idea makes sense now.
Yeah, just put that head over Schizo over here and just minimize.
Yeah, there we go. You see what I'm saying? This guy and this guy.
Yeah.
These two. The other head is probably maybe still alive. I don't know. Vincent looked like he was ready to end that fight, or he ended the fight, but yeah, and then like right there is the eye. And if we go over here to this one's got red eye, or an orange eye. The other head that doesn't have the horns, but whoa. Is that another eye up here? Right there? No, I think it's just effects. Never mind. just the sparks and stuff. But that's definitely an eye because it's nice and bright. But
whispers.
But there are whispers. Matt Alexander, the Divine Hype, pointed out.
Wait.
What's up?
Okay, never mind. I was like, I was hoping the other two wouldn't be there for a second.
Yeah, I
like,
mean, Yuffie and Red are there, and Vincent, obviously, but we don't see
was like
Cloud,
Vincent
Tifa.
Barrett. So I'm wondering if my splitting of the party might have some weight in the cliff here if they want to split them around. And then, yeah, if you want to have Barrett, Sid, Vincent together, maybe Red and Red and Yuffie, Cloud, Tifa.
Name, yeah.
But then those, you know. And then, you know how it is sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay. Daniel. No, but no, like they're connecting after the Schizo fight. But I think that there could be some separation in the party before. Maybe Cloud and Tifa aren't with them during this fight, and it only like Red and Yuffie show up towards the end of the fight. Maybe it's those three at the start, because it kind of pans back and it looks like you got like Barrett, Sid, and then the other two are on the left side again. I don't know. I feel like I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah, and like, if you're gonna go with that, the only characters we don't see are what, Kate Sith, Tifa, and Cloud.
I didn't even give Kate Sith a buddy. He didn't get one.
He's just too small. He's not there. You can't see him in the frame. But like, if
you
want
to
kill
Schizo because he got eaten by him,
maybe Cloud is going off like he's like we were talking about, like just laser focused and just keeps moving, and Tifa's trying to keep up, but the rest of the party got left behind, and now they're here fighting Schizo.
Yeah,
that could be a case, like where Tifa and Cloud are ahead while Tifa's trying to chase after him, like to bring him back, something like that.
I just want the separation to make sense so that we can see why Annette shouted out Barrett.
Vincent, Barrett and Vincent and Sid.
That's what I'm saying. Like if they reunite at the Schizo fight, we might get the cliffs with everybody a little separated, a little introspective, and then like see the group split apart. Wait, I want to see the rest of this clip play out for a second.
I mean, there is a big fire explosion behind him. I don't know if that's like maybe when one of the heads blow up, because one's fire, one's ice, right? So yeah, and that's the kill shot. He definitely looks different. He looks different if it is Schizo. I mean, but I mean, of course, we're not looking at polygons.
They said it kind of looked behemoth-like.
Yeah, I had that thought too, actually.
Yeah, I'm just putting it together because if it's in this area, it could be it looks like a boss battle. Maybe this is the one. Matt Alexander had like, this is all his idea, like, and I think it was genius. So, yeah, I mean this could be our first look at him right there. And there's a claw there. The whispers are surrounding this place though, so that is another thing to point out. Just so many whispers. What do you guys think the chances are? And we'll talk about it next week, actually, I guess, in the whirlwind.
Wait, is that Kate to the right there? That is Kate to the
right.
Kate. Yeah, it is.
That's Kate. So Cloud and Tifa are the only ones missing. I do not see Cloud and Tifa. So there you go. Maybe Cloud and Tifa. Cloud went ahead. Tifa had to chase him down, and the rest of the party got lost in the snow. Snowblind.
Everybody was.
So
snowblind.
I like that, except for it doesn't really add up to when they crest the hill at some point, like right here. I guess they reunited.
They got separated in.
Yeah, they reunite here.
Okay, wait, yeah. So, yeah, all right. No, we've seen dungeons play out like this before, like in Chapter 3 of Rebirth with the mines, when Barrett and Red separate themselves, but then towards the end of the dungeon, everybody gets reunited. I think it's the same type of principle here, where, yeah, you could have like Tifa and Cloud separated. You could have, Nanaki, Yuffie, and Kate separated into one party, and Vince. I want to be sold on this Vincent, Sid, Barrett interaction with Annette so bad. So
yeah. It's just
So I'm gonna cope hard and just say that's canon, even though I have no idea. But like I think that those 6 will connect before the Schizo fight, and then maybe we leave the cave and reunite with Cloud and Tifa, who took a different path, missed out on that fight entirely, and now we're all outside together.
And then they say in the trailer we got Maraudery. Maraudery says that there's also a scene from the trailer where you see the party running in this scene without Cloud and Tifa. I think that's probably in the story trailer. Yeah, it's probably story trailer. I'll bring that up in a second. So yeah, good points, everybody. What did you guys think? What do you guys think of this? Because this was like a kind of a difficulty barrier. A lot of people had some issues with Schizo in the OG. Do we think we get a pretty challenging boss? I mean, I think this is a great opening boss fight. I mean, you got the Scorpion Sentinel for Remake. Then you have the Materia Keeper for Rebirth. This is another like iconic boss battle just because of its difficulty. So what do you think?
I wanted to say something, but I don't know if it's a weird thought.
Okay.
What if this is chapter 2? Like this dungeon
could be.
I had the same thought, Lee. Actually, I was like,
so,
this might not be the first boss.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That this might be.
Well, yeah. I mean,
chapter 2 is us in this, like in the cave, whereas chapter 1 is the inn and maybe making our way to the.
You're right. That would be assuming that Gaia's Cliff is where we start. Like we just literally start with Gaia's Cliff.
Yeah, assuming that we could start there and then we do this, and this is chapter 2. That would also make sense when Vincent would be playable, because it would be kind of strange if the first boss fight, like major boss fight in the game, is a boss fight that seemingly has Cloud and Tifa absent. Or at the very least, like it doesn't necessarily have to have Tifa fight, but like Cloud, it would be very weird if he's not in the first boss fight of the game.
Yeah,
I feel like. I feel like having this be a chapter 2 thing, that's when we get introduced to Vincent, similar to how in Rebirth, Nanaki was introduced at the beginning of chapter 2. Maybe we get Vincent at some point in this chapter. If the theory about them getting separated is correct, and we jump to their party, that's when we get it. He's the one leading the party through the cave. And it's like Vincent's joined your party or whatever, and now you get to play as him, and you're leading through this cave with Baird and Sid behind you. That's my theory. I'm gonna stick to it.
I like it. I like that theory, and like I'm more and more convinced the more we go on along with this. I just thought about what a fitting boss battle this is to set the stage for Revelation, right? Or at least set the stage for what's going on right now in this current moment with Cloud, like battling two sides of himself. You know what I mean? Like his mental state, this boss battle is pretty fitting. I'd have to say. So, it would be.
Unless he's not there.
I was gonna say, would it be odd that he's not there for this battle, or is it just like the parties having to deal with like this is the personification of Cloud right now? Like they're battling this. And that's what it represents, like how the rest of the party has to fight against somebody who's got two different sides. So that kind of like
just reading too deep, and Cloud and Tifa are just chasing. Like Cloud's chasing Ghost Aerith, and Tifa's following, and that's it.
They're
just outside the cave already waiting for us.
But again, though, the party is dealing with that, right? So like the party fighting Schizo right now is kind of fitting as they're going to be battling against Cloud's two different personality or like multiple different personalities, and like don't know if we can even trust Cloud. You know what I mean? And like we're about to find out that maybe we shouldn't. It's a fitting first boss, I think.
Yeah. No, I mean, you're making spit facts, bro. I mean, make good points.
Thanks, bro.
First boss is gonna be Siren.
First boss.
First boss is gonna be Elena, where you knock her ass down the cliff, and first optional boss Siren.
That's true.
This is the chapter 2 boss.
That's true.
I'm like half kidding. I have no idea, but I could definitely see this being chapter 2.
It goes into the battle, and then you just dodge.
Yeah,
that would be great. Battle over.
You get like 2 hits on her. She's just
we'll see
cutscene.
see, Lab says you don't think the first boss will be for Genova. Like, Lab, that would only mean if we start at the Whirlwind Maze. Like, I you know what I mean? Because that's where Genova's fault right there in the Whirlwind Maze? Genova Death? No, is it Birth? No. What is it again? Oh, my brain. Oh, I'm sorry. I should know these things. I used to know them so well. But yeah, when you fight Genova in the Whirlwind Maze, yeah. So that'll be next week. Genova Death. Thank you, Monte Carlo. I should have trusted my instincts. Yeah. So and we've seen like a first look at Genova, I believe. Genova Death. The headless Genova that it's gonna be so tight. So we'll talk about all of that next time on From Genesis to Revelation. I believe that this is the last thing that happens here before we get out of this. I don't know how fast I can beat this thing.
You know, this might be a hot take.
I don't know how
real
much
quick.
Okay, we're good.
But what if the chapter 1 boss is just a new addition to Revelation? Like kind of how Materia Guardian was, you know? Because
like something they move around specifically for that.
Well, I was gonna say like Materia Guardian was the first major boss we fight in chapter 1 of Rebirth. And it's not from the original, right? Like I don't think Yeah, that was an original boss. So I'm just wondering if we get like some like we get to fight the abominable snowman in chapter 1 of Revelation, and then we enter the cave, and then we get Schizo as our chapter 2 fella. That's my theory. I'm sticking it to it. I'm sticking it to it. No, I'm sticking to it. I'm not sticking it to my theory. I am sticking to my theory.
Veto
to it, bro. Just trying to get past this boss battle, y'all. Materia Guardian.
Oh, that's why.
Guardian.
Yeah, it was Materia Keeper.
Yep.
But it wasn't the boss that. Is that what he fought? Oh.
Can't
you
wait
don't do
for
that with Sephiroth in the original, right?
No, it's not right there. Well, I mean, it is, but it's not at that point in time.
It's in the same spot, but you don't fight it with.
Right. Correct.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's right. So I would say then it's not the same boss, right? Like,
I agree. It's they shift the stuff around. So with that rationale, I would say they could put an existing boss in a different spot as the first boss, like because they want to.
You know what's really good at getting across snow?
What's up, bro?
Things with treads.
Snowmobile.
Tank Ceratops.
Yeah, Tank Ceratops. He's gonna roll in through the snow. Dude, how terrifying that would be?
Tank Ceratops
like imagine
is coming
like
back.
being caught in a blizzard and like Tank Ceratops rolls through.
If that's the first boss, bro, people will lose their minds.
Tank Ceratops. Not gonna be the first boss, but he's definitely gonna be there.
No, he's gonna be the first boss.
You think so, man? You think so?
I'm not really convinced. I want to make a theory and be right. So Tank Ceratops, he's gonna terrifyingly roll in through the blizzard and start attacking. I have no idea who the first boss is gonna be.
Write that down. Write that down.
Write that down. No, I think I don't know, man. I just have a feeling that the caves here is gonna like that. This feels like chapter 2 to me. I don't know how to describe it. Like,
I feel you, man. Like, yeah,
you could be right.
It feels like a chapter 2 type thing. Like, but again, it also depends on how we do chapter 1. Are we starting the game? Like, where are we starting the game? And are we starting the game elsewhere with?
We're paralleling like the parallels. If we look at Rebirth and how chapter 1 was the Mount Nibel, like the Nibelheim incident, right? So where you start off in a town and you ascend a mountain. You know? Right there. You're ascending a mountain. And then you end it in like inside the mountain and you fight a boss. There's Schizo. So I mean I can see it being kind of like that. I honestly, how crazy would it be if you just start at Holtzhoff cabin? You're at the base of Gaia's cliff right there.
That would be pretty crazy, actually. I don't know if the first character we're gonna see
is Holtzhoff.
Who's popping up for Holtzhoff?
Who's this guy?
Who's popping up for Holtzhoff, dude?
Bro, see, like there's no yellow paint. How did I like it's kind of crazy. I just kind of guessed on how I get up here. You know, this is that scene.
It used to be like that, man. Yeah, that's just how games were. Had to figure it out.
Oh no, did my game lock up? Oh, here we go. Oh no.
The timing of that was impeccable. That's just how games were, and then there was a
Hey,
freeze
did
for-
my game lock up? There it is. Wow, that's loud.
Flashbacks.
Yeah. Look at all that soul hole, bro. That's a big soul hole.
That is one big soul.
Mighty big soul hole. This one looks so sick in Revelation. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we kind of saw a little bit of it. It just wasn't as sick. You know? So hopefully Revelation makes that even cooler. Makes it cooler than what we saw in the trailer. Because I felt like there was not a lot of atmosphere going on. You know? Look at the size of that hole. Ages ago, something fell from the sky and crash landed here. The planet was injured badly. So the planet's energy is all gathered here, right? It's spent ages. Who can't read now? It's spent ages healing the wound that was left. And now Sephiroth's planning to siphon it away and cast Meteor. If that happens, it'll mean more than just a wound. Ooh. All right, and there, everybody, this will conclude. Oh, look at this guy. Oh, no.
Oh, it's a net.
Yeah, it's Annette. There she is. Must reach Sephiroth.
Too soon.
I think we
Going out for a net.
Whoa. Okay. What's going on with the game? Stoles, wait up. Take me with you. You're going to settle your score with Sephiroth, right? Again, kind of reinforcing our point that Cloud and Tifa kind of go off on their own. He's taken things from me too. So many things. So you have to let me come. Guess I can't say no. I mean, if you want a beer.
Peeps.
Yep, we got Peeps. Peeps Nibbles. She has been a supporter for since the beginning. Random choice. We had subtext. We already had him too. DJ Alex. Oh man, just leaving them behind? Don't let your guard down. Sephiroth could be close. I'll go get the others.
I guess we.
Yeah.
Subtext is opted
Here we
for
are.
selective
Is there
mutism.
a save point up here or nah? Whee! Damn.
I guess
feel
that's what level 4
I
is.
feel like we're getting too close. Yeah, there's the save point. Bahamut Arisen materia. We had Bahamut Rebirth before, so we good on that. Whee! All right, and there it is. There's our save point, and we will save it right here. Go into our save editor stuff. Go down here, make sure we save it on, I believe this is probably it, Mazo Torbelliano. Whirlwind Maze now. There we go. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of From Genesis to Revelation. What's wrong, man? What did I? What?
This is really just an episode. Dude.
This was an episode. This was.
Yes. At least.
This really was. Did
you say you wanted me to read more?
Was one of our episodes.
Yes. You said you wanted me to read the rest of the book?
I think you gotta start from the beginning, actually.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
The Turk story, the kids are side.
Oh, I love you, Dan. I love you, bro. Love you. You nailed that. I don't know if you did that on purpose or accident, but it was perfect. Okay.
All right, everybody.
He's gonna end the episode and be like, "That shit was not on purpose." No,
dude, I was it, man. I'm sorry.
Guys, like, you will not believe I actually.
No, I did that on purpose, man. I did it on purpose.
I know. It was funny though. It made me laugh.
Good. All right, everybody. Thank you so much.
Good.
Good, bro.
What time is it?
Late.
Dude,
Bedtime.
this shit up.
Bro, we haven't done one of these since the remake breakdown. All right.
Oh,
there,
God.
whoever it is that keeps on asking in the chat, man, I miss those 3-hour streams. There you go. All right, we
You
got
got
you.
it.
We did it. We did one for you. All right. What does it say? By the time the book's done, it'll be Gamescom. Oh man. All right, everybody.
yeah.
Thanks so much for watching this video. If you liked it, I hope you're subscribed already. Because if you're one of the 50, let's say, I'd say around 45 of you are not chatting in comments in the chat right now. So why don't you hit that subscribe button for us? You know, that'd be great. Really appreciate that. We got some big things planned. Really exciting things going on right now. So we would really appreciate your support with a like, a subscription to the YouTube channel. And hey, if you really like what we do, go to the patreon.com/Warriors of Hype. Or right here on the YouTube membership and support that way as well. Whatever you do, it's awesome. And we really appreciate it. Thank you. Be sure to comment on this video, hype, and tell us what you're most excited about seeing in the Great Glacier. Or
When the
Ice.
VOD drops, please come back and drop hype when the VOD drops.
Yes,
Right,
on the
right.
comment.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the comments.
I love
yeah.
section.
I love chat. It's always great when you're like, leave hype in the comments, and then the hypes flood in, and
Yeah.
I'm like, this is great energy. Just
But
wait
you know
like
what,
5
though?
minutes.
You know what though?
Pay it forward.
It's great here too.
They follow up too. Most of our fans will follow up with a comment in the comment section that says hype. And you know what? I so appreciate it every time. It's so great to see that notification that just says hype. You know, shout out to DJ Alex. I want to name a random commenter one day. DJ Alex, bro. And then we got Wired92. I think it's 92. Always commenting in those videos saying hype. And a lot of you guys know it. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Anna Kettle. Thank you for B. Hickman being here. Monte Carlo. Rashana. Thank you so much. Astro Zach. Lone Star. You guys are awesome. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a
Labib
great night.
Zahid. I
Labib
personally
Zahid?
appreciate Labib Zahid.
He doesn't appreciate you, but
No, he did actually. He said he was glad to have me back. First comment.
wow. You sure
And then he said something funny about Wiley.
You all right?
And I was like, now it's his turn. But I forgot what the comment was.
I missed
Aha! Got him. And then he picked
forgot-
on me
I
for
forgot what
reading.
the comment was. Yeah.
All right, y'all. This has
Well,
been
we all
fun.
do that.
We all do. You take care now. Bye-bye then.
Warriors of Hype!
Super chat! Eternal 6, thank you so much for the super chat, man. Thank you for watching. I'm glad that you like the show. You have a great night. Take care now. Bye-bye, then.